probably gets his chance in this race. I've got to watch on the tote weight buyers. He's now in the Michael Morrison yard. He was formerly trained by Bjorn Baker. He won one at Bathurst and Mudgee last prep, but he's had 2 trials for Michael, winning a boat as a trial third in a Sunshine Coast trial. And 5 Peak Road gets to his home track, bigger track, and draws a good gate. 2, 8, 1 and 5, race 4.
Okay, and we go to race number 5 at Lismore today. Favourite to 2:30 is Shaquila.
I'm with Burdekin here. I'm 5, 3, 1 and 11. Burdekin, he's had 3 runs back. He was placed first up at Wollumbar. He came back and he didn't quite run the 1400 out here, and then backed it up with a good second behind No Quarantine. He probably just needs an ounce of luck from the gate. Three Stoinker back in trip, home track. He led here the other day and he was run down late. He's back to 11.20. That'll suit. Shaquila, the toppy, has been placed his last 2. Just got a little worry. He had 57 the other day at Grafton, and he goes up 5.5 kilos, but he did run second behind Maximum Vortex, and he'd run second at Eagle Farm on Saturday. And Wangina Rose, the 11th, she's on a lovely gate. She was off the track all the way the last day of the July Carnival, so she'll get a good run from that inside alley. 5, 3, 1 and 11, race 5.
Race number 6, this one at 5 to 4. Favourite at 2:30, Nickelback.
Like him. 1, 2, 3, 7, hard to beat. He rattled home from near last at the Sunshine Coast, and then he ran 5th at Doom and beaten 1.1. He gets a little claim for a brave knock. He draws good, and this will be a lot easier than his Doom and runs. Dubai Nights is the 2's only had the 2 runs for the new yard, and he was really good here 17 days ago. 3 Captain Underpants, he was huge first up. He hadn't been to the trials. He'd been off the scene for a long time. He went first up 1,400 metres. He was just beaten 0.2 of a length behind Proud with Pride. So he can only improve off that. And 7 Ravonchale, lightly raced mare, Stephen Lee's got her. She's coming off a maiden win. Pretty impressive to win at Grafton on South Grafton Cup Day. She could easily take the next step up. 1, 2, 3, 7 in race 6.
All right, and the lucky last, your favourite here is Steal the Field at 250.
Yeah, I'm 8, 4, 2 and 11. I'm giving Brett Kavanagh. Brett Kavanagh needs 1 winner. He's trained 999 winners, so he wants 1 winner to get to the 1,000. And I'm with LA here. This track at the moment staying dry, and while it does, that holds her in really, really good stead. La Petite Princess, the 4, she was a forget run here last start. She's off the track. She draws an inside gate, and she gets 3 kilos off her back. 2 Lola races. She's been in one here before. Tough Little Mare is going to be helped by the claim. And 11 Steal the Field was a dual acceptor, was in an earlier race. Michael Morrison's decided to take the options here. And she was only, what was she beaten about? 3.5 in a Doom and Class 1. So she's back to country grade today. 8, 4, 2 and 11 in the last.
Just don't ask about the speed maps, Gaz.
Speed maps? No, oh, that's the worst thing.
Don't ask about the speed maps.
Doesn't like them, does he?
Give us your quaddy and your best.
Best race 3, number 4. I am good at this. Very short. Race 6, number 1, Nickelback are my 2 best. Quaddy numbers 2, 8, 1. First leg, second leg, 5, 3, 1, 11. Then 1, 2, 3 in the third leg, and 8, 4, 2 and 11 in that last leg, Dave.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelpline.org.au.
And that was the preview of Lismore, the SRX card at 10.50. Goulburn, the first of 7 at 11.05. We do have plenty of time before the first at Darwin, so we'll get straight into this preview of Goulburn with Graham White, courtesy of 2KY.
Well supported too, Dave, and this horse chased home but stablemate had a slated start at Goulburn in Denman Star, but it was beaten almost 5 lengths. But look, this wasn't a strong race, so when I went through it, and it's had a bit of support, so I'll go its way, rise to it. From number 3, Sacred Girl, for Brad Widdop. First up off a break for the informed jockey, Jean Van Overmeer, has the blinkers on for the first time. It's only had 2 starts, but it's had 8 trials, would you believe? First up off a bit of a break, so draws nicely. The 4, Our Marianne, can improve today in a suitable race, and the nicely bred horse, number 6, Glad You Think So. Also, just the 2 starts, but not a race that I was overly keen in. It's not a strong one, but the best recent form is horse number 1, Rise to It. I've gone for it, 1, 3, 4 and 6.
Race number 2, this one at 140. Oakie's Choice, 390.
Yeah, it'd be hard enough to beat today. It's got the blinkers on for the first time. It's had a bit of support. I've put it in my numbers. I've just put Heart of Vancouver on top. I do select this horse, excuse me, a few times. It's won 2 out of 7. normally races well in this sort of class. So I just saw today, it's been at the track before. It hasn't fired, but draws the inside, should be able to lead all the way and prove hard to run down. Just grabbed their last start. The 5 Light Press has been really good in 3 starts for new trainer Gary Kirkup. 2 wins in a second. You can't ask for much more than that. It'll have the last shot at Heart of Vancouver. 4 Oakie's Choice. A bit disappointing so far this campaign and I just thought its last couple of runs left to be a bit to be desired, but Michelle Richie's put the blinkers on it today, expect improvement, and the same addition has gone on the Mission Ridge. A winner 2 starts ago, was fairly strong there in winning. Ran last in its 4 other starts, but did win 2 starts ago and found the line pretty well there, so deserves another chance. 2, 5, 4 and 3.
Race 3 at 2:20. Your favourite here at 190, Sky Artist.
Yeah, one of 2 runners that Annabelle Neeson's got in this race. My original selection's been scratched, and that's left me with the stablemate in Tall Feek Star. His trials have been pretty good. The form out of the trials has been solid, so it kicks off a new campaign inside draw. So I've gone its way over Sky Artist. First up off a break, just tired the last little bit. Drawn out wide today for the informed Heavy Vanderhoven, a couple of winners again the other day. 8, which is Dynamic 1. Michael Travers now trains his horse. Formerly trained by Peter Moody. A couple of his runs in Victoria were okay for a race of this standard. The latest there was at Bairnsdale, so not the strongest race in the world, but comes off a bit of a break, and with the new train now back to country grade. And the other one here I thought was horse number 4, Bella Race. Its trials have been okay, and trained by Laurie Parker, of course, and she previously trained the dam with this one as well in LA Cheval. And the forms have been okay, and the format of the trial's pretty good with Maz Kanita when it ran second. This one, Bella Race, ran third, and it's 1 cent. So the form's okay there. So we'll keep an eye on them all, 6, 7, 8 and 4.
We go to race number 4 on the card. Your favourite here at 2:30 is Dolce Bella.
Yeah, got a mile out of its ground last start, was well out of the picture when we, you just go back through the replay. It was so far back, and 1,200 metres goes to 1,300 metres on its home track, second up from a break. I think it just needs that extra bit of distance, has been placed at the 2 starts at Goulburn. So we'll go for it, providing it can just be a little bit closer. Now, horse number 12, Misgivings, I think this is the value run of the day, just draws out a bit, but ready to peak. Third to Moscow a couple of starts ago was pretty good, and it's won 2 in a row, so that form's okay. 6, which is one of the 12. Nick Haywood sticks to this horse. He did ride Dulcie Bella last start, and look, it just had the 1 run back. It was fair there, and the 13, which is Via Rose, nicely drawn inside, 1 run back from a spell. J4 top jockey aboard, and his form last prep was okay. But I just thought Dulcie Bella, if it could finish off in the manner it did at Wagga last start, it'd be hard enough to beat. 7 of the 12 runners there trained at Goulburn, Dave, so they've got a pretty good representation, and I think it'll be one of those horses, Dulcie Bella, for Matthew Dale, that can win race 4.
We go to race number 5, and your favourite here, equal favourites, Ninja Star and also Sprightly Emily.
Yeah, good race, this one. A really, really good competitive lineup. There's a few chances here. I've made it a Chaotic Beauty, horse number 7, a last start winner. Holly Durnan rode it well there, got to the outside and finished off really well for Danielle Seibert. A great season last season. So I'll go for it. Always performs at this sort of level. The 11 Ninja Stars only had the 2 runs for Joe Ibel. Was pretty solid there, winning first up. And I thought its last run at Kembla Grange was also indicative of a horse that's going to win a few more races this start. Only went down by a length and a half there at Kembla Grange back on July 27. So today, just back into a suitable race. It shouldn't be too far away. The 6 is the other one here, Savanici. First up off a bit of a spell, Alicia Collett will ride. She was the top jockey there at Goulburn last year. Now, its only win was at a mile at Scone back in November. That was in a Class 1 when it was still a maiden. Kicks off today over a mile as well. And Sprightly Emily, one of our favourite runners, won't know itself today with 54 kilos. Nicely placed, nicely drawn with the claiming Predator aboard. 7, 11, 6 and 12, but there's a fair few chances.
Okay, fantastic. We go to race number 6 on the card, and your favourite here is the Carpetbagger at 370.
Yeah, I've gone for the Carpetbagger. He's done a pretty good job so far. Joe Ibel prepares, of course. Second, wasn't too far away there. First up off a break behind Baranoff at Nara, and then his last run at Newcastle, I thought it was pretty solid as well. So I'll go his way. He's been placed at the track before. He's ready to peak third up off a little bit of a break. Horse number 8, Deploy and Destroy. This horse was really impressive at its first run for the new stable last start. Able to get the job done there in a very close finish at Canberra. One Mentalism looks nicely placed today on its best form, and very well placed up to the 59 kilos up to the claim. and the 7, White Liar, racing very, very well. The winner last start, and its form all the way through. It hasn't finished further back than 5th in about its last 7 or 8 starts, and not too badly placed today from the draw as well with the 56.5. So 6, 8, 1 and 7, probably the best race of the day.
Okay, we go to the lucky last, race 7, this one at 10 to 5, and Rogue Line is $3.
Yeah, I've gone its way. It was good winning first up there at Maria. It was confidently backed. It was $2.10 into about $1.90 on that occasion. Then they took it to Sydney, and it was close up there behind Zaru. Now, it went across the line with Iron Will, who come out and won its next start. So Rouge Loon finished 6th, Iron Will 5th. Just draws bad today, but we'll leave that up to Short and Guymer. 6 a crew, model of consistency, never too far from the action. The 3 Mr. Aloysius was good when first up third there at Canberra a few weeks ago behind Frisson and Hubert Roux. And he can run a cheeky race today if he can settle up on the speed with Robert Freeman aboard. And the 4 Alma Hero, a couple of runs back from a spell, inside draw, has had a little bit of support as well, but I thought it was probably the best bet of the day, race 7, number 7, Rouge Loon.
All right, quaddy and best, please, mate.
Yeah, well, Rouge Loon's one of them, Dave. I like Chaotic Beauty as well in race 5. I just think of the value there, so I think you get about 6 to 1 Chaotic Beauty. And then in race 6, the Carpetbagger has a bit in its favour today, just from where it's drawn and third up from a spell. So they're my 3 for Goldman. The quaddy today, first leg, 10, 12, 6 and 13. Second leg, 7, 11, 6 and 12. The third leg, 6, 8, 1 and 7. And then in the last, I think we'll only need numbers 7 and 6, which are Rouge Loon and also a Croon to hopefully get that quaddy today.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelpline.com.au.
Selected Fujitsu reverse cycle split system air conditioner. Get up to $400 bonus cash card right now at Retrovision. Stay warm in winter and cool in summer with Fujitsu. And remember, iRacing members save an additional 5% every day at Retrovision. Conditions apply.
你敢相信吗？这一幅逼真的宛若真人的肖像画，居然是一个姑娘手画出来。
With 35 stakes performers, he hails from a fine commercial family in the Australian stable. Born from Shantha's Choice, who produced 5 stakes winners, and a half-brother to Redoute's Choice, Manhattan Rain earned over $1.3 million, including a Group 1 as a 2-year-old. As a sire, he's produced notable progeny, including 2017 Golden Slipper winner She Will Reign. Ranked 116 in the World Thoroughbred ranking,
就是这段电力工人在50米高空睡觉的视频传到了国外，引发了无数国外网友集体的致敬。高空作业对体力消耗非常大，工友们为了节省体力，不得不在高塔上休息，就连吃饭也在高塔上简单的吃上一口。隔着屏幕，我们都能感觉到高处的恐惧和工作的艰辛，不管是寒冬还是。
都说喜欢我，就我家这条。
Chicago Bull, Vampiro, then came Shockwave, Perfect Major, Galactic Star, the Bull's in front, he is a superstar, Chicago Bull clear, and Chicago Bull races home from Galactic Star to win the Fremantle Cup.
And a gap to Double Identity, that quarter in 28 even. Around the turn, now it gets real. Joe Fest just the leader. The crowd roared as the Falcon Strike tried to get on terms. Right around Tokyola, Mr. DJ. It's Joe Fest in front. They're claiming him. They're claiming him. I don't know. I don't know. The Falcon Strike, maybe. It's up to you.
All right, we've had a preview of both SR meetings, well, SR and the SRX meetings at Lismore and Goulburn. We do have a meeting at Ballarat today, the first of 7 at 11:30. Weather is overcast. Track a synthetic and a rail is in the true. So 7 races there, and at Ballarat we've got Adam Olzensky calling all the action, but Warren Huntley joins RSN for his thoughts here of the preview at Ballarat.
some pretty small fields. The first race kicks off at 1:30. It's a maiden over 1,400 metres. Take out number 3, and the favourite in this race is at $1.65. It's from the all-conquering McAvoy local stable. Gee, it's tight though, isn't it? $1.65. $4.40 for Ruminate. Matt Kamani is the other runner in the market. And then you're out to Naval Force at $7 and Arctic Dessert $6.50 as well. Would you contemplate $1.65, Theodore, in the first?
Well, I think you win, Michael. I suppose I've got to say yes to that question, because including him in the play of the day means I am contemplating taking the $1.60. He ran well on debut in a race that's much stronger than this. I suppose, like a number of other horses in this race, he's open to improvement, but it's hard to quantify what improvement the other horses may make. But on limited exposure, his one-off performance was clearly in the strongest race, and he ran quite well, and he gives the indication 1,400 metres will suit. The main danger may well have been Following C, the scratching from the race, who's the stablemate. We might read something into that they'll find a more suitable race for it if the stable think that Theodore had the better of Following C, who looked the main danger. So he looks the winner to me. 4 Naval Force stuck on okay on debut. You'd think the rise to 1,400 metres would suit both Naval Force and Ruminate, numbers 4 and 5. And Arctic Desert's had the benefit of a couple of runs, and another horse who just seems to work strongly through the line, or maintain a gallop's probably a better description, and the rise in distance should suit. But does look the winner 6 ahead of 4, 5 and 1.
6 the winner ahead of 4, 5 and 1 in race number 1. Race number 2 is over 1,200 metres. Miss Magnifico is the $2.25 favourite for Kieran Maher and Dave Eustace. Syncretism is a $4.80 chance. Peri Peri Rich $4.60, Sugar Pop $4.40, and they are the main ones in the market. Who do you like here, Warren?
Well, I think Peri Peri Rich, to my eyes, just a touch over the odds, with Miss Magnifico a bit short. I'd have them closer together in the market. Peri Peri Rich is deep into the preparation. She won't be improving, but Dakota Keane's getting to know her, had a few rides on her, and the last 2 rides in particular behind Abaddon, and last start behind She's a Tilly, which was a big day for Dylan Dunn, first winner. But the amount of case to say that Peri Peri Rich should have gone very close to winning that race if she was able to get clear when she needed to. May strike a similar scenario here, drawn nearer the inside, but I thought she's over the odds, and if she gets the breaks, she's got a great winning chance for Peri Peri Rich. Miss Magnifico's been good, her 2 runs this preparation, and her overall form's solid. She's lightly raced, gets the 4 kilos off the Sarah Field, and likely to roll forward, you would think. So therefore not making it too complicated from the outside draw in the relatively small field. Lady of Steel probably tucks in behind the speed like she did last start. She's fit, she's consistent, and that's for another good run. And 3, Syncretism may improve with the blinkers on. I was giving Syncretism a chance first up. I thought she was perhaps just even to the line, but that was over 1,000 metres, and the step up in distance and the blinkers going on could certainly spark some improvement. 4, 1, 6, 3.
4, 1, 6 and 3 in the second. Race number 3 is over 2,100 metres, and in this race the scratching is number 1. The favourite is Kangai at $2.80 from the Michael Kent stable. Others under double figure odds. Finance Star $4.40, $6 Keyless Go $7.50, Fortunate Gal, and $5 for Simon Tavy.
Yeah, I think the market's probably identified the key hopes here, and Kangai's a lightly raced stayer, and it's no surprise to see Mick Kent kick off horses in the 2,000, 2,200 metre distance range. That he's done some work on them, he understands their genetics and what he's seen from them in training, and he looks a stayer who's learning. And I thought the way the race shaped up last start, it was a proactive ride from Dylan Turner, and it probably ended up setting the horse a task, but he battled on really well and at least gave him a chance. And I think the winner of that race, the Old Lion, has at least a staying future in racing through the grades, to some extent working off that maiden win. So I think Kangai, with the benefit of those 2 runs and a real seasoning run last start, I've got ahead of Finance Star, who worked home really well over 1,600 metres last start. You trust Stephen King to think that the horse is suited getting up in distance. What we've seen from him is that he closed off well at 1,600 last start, and he's had a good grounding. but he'll probably be better for a run in 2,100 metres. But I think he's got a great winning chance. 4 Keyless Goes, improving with racing this preparation. The blinkers went on last start and sparked a bit of improvement. And there's some runs earlier in the career that were certainly good enough to be winning in this grade. In 10, Simon Tabby is the other one that I think you have to include. Looks a staying prospect from the Wild stable. But I thought 5 and 3 were the key runners here. 5, 3, 4 and 10.
5, 3, 4 and 10. Odds-on favourite in this, we scratch one yelled up, Smokin' Princess from the Michelle Payne stable, trained and ridden is $1.90. Others in the market are Bungee at $4.60 and Ziggy Rocks at $6. Do you like Michelle's here?
I do, Michael. Won well here over this trip on debut. Flew a bit high last start, but actually held her ground okay. I think she can win again. For me, it is Ziggy Rocks, who's hard and fit, racing consistently. Bunge will seem to appreciate firmer ground last start. Pakenham Synthetic, no problem. You'd think would go okay here. And 6 Sacred Cobra there on the speed. Keen on 4, ahead of 2, 3 and 6.
Keen on 4 in the first leg of the quaddie. Race 5, we've got another well-supported favourite here. It's over 1,400 metres. The scratchings are 5, 9 and 11. Jazz Tycoon, even money for Greg Urell. $2. Others in the market, Bretchen, $5.50. And you go out to Lonrick, another one from the Michelle Payne stables at $5. And Morning Darling, actually, is the second favourite at $2.80. Do we need a couple more in this quaddie leg?
Putting 2 in this leg, Michael, starting very skinny, 6, 8, 2 and 7, and just taking 6 and 8 in the quaddie. Spoke to Greg Urell on Saturday morning. He said the gap between runs, no problem for Jazz Tycoon, who chased a very talented stablemate in Tycoon Jenny, who ran well. Stronger company on debut. So it's a good race for 6. I think the danger's 8 Morning Darling, who's fit, consistent, probably ready for the rising trip. Bretchen was good. First run for the new stable, 1,400 metres, looks suitable. And 7 Lonricks had a tick over jump out, went quite nicely between runs. 6, 8, 2, 7. 6,
8, 2, 7 in race number 5. The 6th race is over 1,400 metres. No scratchings here. Philosopher's Stone is a $3.40 favourite. London Point, $3.60. And American Liaison at $4.40. And Crowned Harmonian at $5.50. Not much between the top 4 in the market.
I think it's the right race for London Point to try and get their first win since coming to Australia for the Mara and Eustace stable. Blinkers on, inside draw, Harry Coffey and 1,400 metres, I think around about the right trip, particularly with the application of blinkers. 4 ahead of 1, Philosopher's Stone, looks a key winning hope, probably rides the speed from that wider draw. 5 Crown Harmonians going really well for the Kelvin Burke stable, the stables, in fact, going well. And 3 American Liaisons had a jump out to probably say going well enough to kick off at this trip. 4, 1, 5, 3.
4, 1, 5 and 3. And that brings us to the last of 7 at 4:30 this afternoon. Scratchings are 6 and 8. Froze is the $2.40 favourite, $2.90 Snapping Magnus. And then we're out to $5.50 Sassy Angel. How do we come home?
1, 3, 2 and 4 home for me. Snapping Magnus likes it here. He won well. First up, there's a number of these horses that are in the same race. Probably a bit of pressure coming out with Snowy's best shot not running, but I'm with 1 ahead of 3, Tomb Pine, who comes through the same race as Snappy Magnus and worked in the run there, Will Strip fitter. Froze must be the other horse that has to go in with the claim for Sarah Field, fit, going okay, probably too much pressure last start. And Sassy Angel resuming, probably better over further, but will be strong late. 1, 3, 2, 4.
1, 3, 2 and 4. So what's the best way to play Ballarat today?
I think Michelle Payne, we put our trust in her with the best race 4, number 4, Smokin' Princess. Value race 2, number 4, Peri Peri Rich. Quaddie first leg, taking number 4, 1 out. Numbers 6 and 8 in the second leg. 4, 1, 5 and 3 in the third leg, coming home with numbers 1, 3 and 2. But all up, win as the play of the day, race 1, number 6, be it all into race 4, number 4, Smokin' Princess.
Excellent. Did you like anything in the Darwin Cup today?
I haven't had a good look, Michael. No, I'd be leading you astray there if I had to step in the dark there.
Well, that's all right. You just stay on the line because our man Craig Sant's going to find us a winner of the Darwin Cup and hopefully a couple of other good things as well. Enjoy your Monday, Warren.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelpline.org.au.
And that wraps up all our previews here on TAB Radio. We've had the SR, SRX as well as the MR previews, and we get straight into race day with the first at Darwin. There are 10 races there coming up in about 14 minutes. Let's take a look at the board. 1 Autocratic, $9.50, $3.80. 2 I'm a Legend, $5, $2.40. 3 Prince of Mercia, $2.80, $1.60. 4 Throw at the Stumps, $4.20 and $2. 5 Canton Kid, $4.80, $2.30. 6 New Roman, $15. 7 Mr. Monaro, $11. Racing today at Dolby for the BR meeting. The favourite there on the fixed board, 1 End of Month at $1.70, $1.08. And the only runner under double figure odds, 7 Nice Water, $2.80, $1.20. Double figures upwards the rest.
Ignite your horse's complete potential with Pegasus Equibalance. Our oat-free concentrated balancer pellet provides high-quality proteins, fats and essential nutrients. Tailored for your horse's needs, simply add your grains to meet their energy requirements. Experience convenience and peace of mind today. Don't wait. Inquire today at pegasusfeed.com.au. Pegasus Equibalance. Optimal nutrition tailored to your horse's needs.
Top of the Ladder have been cleaning gutters for over 25 years, which means no job is too big or small for their fully qualified and insured professionals. For a free quote, topoftheladder.com.au.
Take part in the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup with Tab Touch, thanks to Stan Lazaridis.
Yeah, thank you. What a World Cup we're having. And now today's game's looking at England to beat Nigeria 1-0 and Lauren James to be the anytime goal scorer, into Australia to win and goals over 2.5 goals.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelpline.org.au.
There's always a lot more in store for you at Retrovision. Like RAC members, you save an extra 5% every day. It all adds up to millions of dollars in savings for RAC members. Shop all the electrical stuff you love at Retrovision.
Weather update coming through here at Ballarat. It was previously recorded overcast. Weather is now fine at Ballarat, so fine weather at Ballarat. The first at Darwin in 11 minutes. As mentioned, favourite 3 Prince of Mercia, $2.80, $1.60 for Kira. You'll get your bets on there. In the first, Craig Sant is with 3 Prince of Mercia to beat 2, 4 and 5. As we've got about 12 minutes before the first, let's go back to an interview from the Sports Daily this morning. Tim Walker and Digby Beecham had a chat to Neville Parnham in regards to Flying Missile.
The Melbourne Cup Tour heading to Broome as well, so that is going to be so very exciting to have that in town. Now, let's get stuck into some of the key winners from the weekend. Tim Clark's not too far away, but first and foremost, I love this mare. I think she's been an absolute ripper, and she's done it over a long period of time. Flying Missile, of course, trained by Neville Parnham, who's with us on the line right now. Hello, Neville.
Yeah, good morning, boys. How you doing?
Really well, Neville. First of all, congratulations on the season just gone and also the Saturday just gone. It's been a wonderful 12 months for the stable.
Oh, yes, we've had a good year, and it's a big team effort from everyone, and they're pretty proud of the horses and the team, the way we've been able to present them. So it's been very satisfying, and as I've said before, I was wasn't expecting to top the mantle, but we'll take it in any case. Yeah.
Yeah, you should be absolutely wrapped. And how proud are you of the mare that took out the Jockey Celebration Day Stakes in Flying Missile, who was able to get a feature win over the 1,400 metres on the weekend?
Yeah, she's been great. We bred her, and she was the second foal from Magnus Missile, and she's not an overly big horse, but she's got a big heart, and she tries very hard. And we've found that we've over the few seasons that she's raced, that she's always raced consistently. She's always raced well, and gives herself every chance by putting herself pretty forward in the races, and takes a lot of luck out of the equation. But in the last couple of runs, she's been posted a bit deep. Drawing wide barriers, and she's had to work to get across to be outside mood swings, and it just has probably just taken that little bit of a kick that she's got at the end. I mean, she's ran very well and she's performed well, but a bit come up a bit short because of having to do that work early in the race.
Neville, with the way that track was playing there on Saturday, were you going into the feature, I suppose, reasonably bullish about her prospects given the run that she was likely to get?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I thought both horses would front up and race well. And I think, if you swap the barriers, you probably swap the result, because I thought Maltese Nationals run was still full of merit. He just unfortunately was following the wrong horse on the day, Buster Bash. We thought I think everyone thought he'd run a bold race, but he performed under expectations, I would say, and he had to begin his run a bit too early on him, and those two lead, her and Mood Swings got away from him, and it was just a bridge too far for him. But I was pretty happy with him. But getting back to her, she obviously was thinking that she was going to be an excellent chance in the race, and we're happy with the result.
So just going forward, the mares' races, they're the ones that look obvious for her from here, Neville, over the carnival. Is that your train of thought? And if so, how do you get to that stage?
Look, I'm a bit undecided what to do with her, to be honest. I had always planned, from the beginning of the year that this would be her last prep and she'd go to stud. That was based on her carnival form last year, which was, whilst it was okay, she wasn't at her best. And this prep she's come back and performed extremely well. So I'm probably leaning on the side of sort of giving her one last sort of go at those races before I retire, and she can go off and off to stud after that. But at this stage, that's where we'll be heading. We'll probably head for those mares races. Chris suggested last night that I should consider the Hannons, but at this point I haven't looked to see how far away that is, so I'll sit on the fence with that one, but I'll give her a few days, and she's pulled up really well, so I'll give her a few days to sort of think about that, but maybe I'll just put her in the paddock, I think. Yeah.
Neville, what's the plans with Hint of Mint, who now is a recently turned 7-year-old, and saying that she's probably racing in career best form?
Yeah, she was actually supposed to be heading to the breeding barn as well, so not sure what Pilk's Ireland or somewhere. No, Croatia. Yeah, he's in Croatia at the moment, so he sort of had flagged her to be going to stud and just try and win a few races and try and get, if possible, to get some black tie, but I don't think there's any races around that suit her to think that she could get there in those sort of. So we'll just keep chipping away, and hopefully she can win another race, and then he'll probably make his decision whether she stays here and goes to stud or goes back home over there and goes to stud. I'm not sure what his plan is. Yeah.
Neville Parnham is with us on the line this morning off the back of a really nice day at Belmont Park on Saturday. Did you think that Success Play and Storm Commander could both get wins on the board nice and early in the afternoon for you, because they both saluted at each way quotes?
Yeah, look, I actually had something on Storm Commander because Jason wrote it for me last start, and he said forget he went around. He said he just could not pick his feet up in that heavy going, and he had been working up quite nicely, so I was expecting him to run a bold race, but I probably wasn't expecting him to win, but we'll take that, and hopefully we can keep him in that vein of form, because he's going really well, and I think there's another win in him for sure. So hopefully we can get that out of him. Yeah.
All right, let's get an update on the stable star Bustler. How's he tracking along?
But yeah, he's good. He's been back a couple of weeks now. Well, might be 3 weeks. No, about 2 weeks. Yeah, and he had a good 9-week break, I think it was. So we're pretty happy with the way he's come back. He looks in peak condition and very full of himself, as he normally is. So they're expecting him to sort of come up to the carnival type races. So hopefully he shapes into a railway stakes horse. But I think that the perfect race for him probably is the Gold Rush, but at 1400. But we'll just see how strong he's come back, and he's obviously turned 4 now, but he looks in magnificent order, and I'm looking forward to his preparation.
All things being equal, Neville, where do we see him first, and how is Snowdome tracking?
Not sure. I haven't put anything in cement, but he might have a couple of trials and go first up into the list here.
Okay.
He has obviously won at weight for age, so in the Belmont sprint. So that's probably, rather than be running in the, what's it called now, the eurythmic. Yep. I think he does go good when he's kept a little bit fresher. So we might elect to give him a couple of trials and then go first up into the Listia and then probably into the railway. And after that, we'll make a decision on Kingston Town or coming back to the Gold Rush, probably leaning to the latter. And the other boy, he's still in the paddock, but he's probably back this week or next. He never gets really gross, so I'm not overly concerned with him sort of putting on weight and trying to get off it afterwards. But he's in good order, and you seen him there the other day. He's in the paddock last week and was out there, but he's doing extremely well, and he looks magnificent. So I think that horse is just probably really this year he's just started to mature into himself, and I thought his form was more consistent and better than when he's ever been. And even though he's been a pretty nice horse over the journey so far, I think he's probably the best is yet to come for him. And I'd like to take that horse in the autumn. I'd like to take him over east. So I think he's fairly good horse, that bloke, and I think the races over there in the autumn would suit him. So he'll be back in probably this week or next week, early next week.
All right, that is Snowdome. Neville, thank you very much for your time this morning. Great start in the first Metro Saturday meeting of the season, and hopefully it continues on for the next 50-odd weeks.
Yeah, no worries at all. Thank you.
All right, Neville Parnham this morning on the Sports Daily, having a chat to Tim Walker and Digby Meacham. Race 1 at Darwin in 2 minutes. Get your bets on here. This race over the 1,200 metres, and Andrew O'Toole selects 3 to be to 1, 4 and 2. So he is with the favourite 3, Prince of Mercia, at 320 and 180. 4, Throw at the Stumps, 380, 190. 5, Canton Kid, 460, 220. 1, Autocratic, $10. 7, Mr. Monaro, 13, and 6, New Roman, $14. So they are about to load in, and let's head across for the call. And Craig Sanders calling all the action here at Darwin.
320 Prince of Mercia, horse number 3.
They are into their big one. Their feature will be in the last. Andrew O'Toole is on track with extended commentary. His first pick of the day is the 3, Prince of Mercia, the favourite at 320.
Rides up here in the top end. Dick Leach training Prince of Mercia, and Kyra Yule is on board. So as Sky One join us for the first here on Cup Day, Andrew, your late mail.
Yeah, 3, 1, 4 and 2, Greg. Sticking with Prince of Mercia. Just was very good here on Wednesday, as we mentioned, and I think can go back-to-back for Dick Leach and Kyra Yule. And for second, number 1, Autocratic, back after a long break, but trialled well recently. And for third, number 4, Throw It to Stumps. Kerry Petrick and Paul Denton, that great combination. Paul in his 40th Carnival. And number 2, I'm a Legend, in for 4. 3, 1, 4 and 2. 40
Darwin Cup Carnivals for Paul Denton. And he'll ride the Derby winner in this year's Cup later today. He's riding Enfina, the mare, who's just turned 4. Prince of Mercia, the favourite for the first, just out to 340. Throw It to Stumps has been very solid. Trims in again to 380. Canton Kid at 460. I'm a Legend at $5. Autocratic, well, there's been no real support for Autocratic. First up for a year. 2 trials and goes into the gates, or just a little bit reluctant, but will go up shortly. Let's go up to Craig Sant for the call of the first on Cup Day.
Thanks, Reds. They're just about set for the first of 10 today. As they move up now, Call Me Legend, Throw At the Stumps, 1,200 metres, even affair on paper. Starter in position. And the line looks good. Light on set, and we're away on Darwin Cup Day, and we've lost a jockey out of the gates. Anthony Dan Menon has come off Mr. Monaro, and what a start to the day. Canton Kid was the first to break out. Autocratic begins well. Call Me Legend third the inside, and then throw at the stumps. Getting off those, settling down then was New Roman and Prince of Mercia, the last one. So Canton Kid takes over now at the 800 metre mark and shows the way a length in front of Autocratic. In third spot, Call Me Legend. Fourth, the outside, throw at the stumps. 3 lengths back then, 2 lengths to New Roman, and this favourite, Prince of Mercia, is back last, passing the 6 and just getting ridden along at that point. So working down the side, Canton Kid. Poor Size has got it travelling. It leads by 2 in front of Autocratic before the turn. In third spot, throw at the stumps. Call Me Legend just battles now. Prince of Mercia is improving, but still well off before the turn. And New Roman, they straighten up. It's Canton Kid at the 250, the leader. Still looking strong. Autocratic, Prince of Mercia. And back in behind those, throw at the stumps, Call Me Legend and New Roman, but Canton Kid doing it well. Inside the 150 metre mark, a good start to the day for Shies, and it's all Canton Kid. Canton Kid goes on to score by 2.5 the Prince of Mercia, who got into second late over throw at the stumps, but they were just never going to get that winner. A gap in the field, Autocratic, not bad from Call Me Legend, New Roman, and unfortunately we lost Anthony Darmanin at the start on Mr. Monaro, and he's been attended to, but he's sitting up. Well, let's hope the bad luck's out of the way, folks. But for Canton Kid supporters, too good here in race number 1. Went straight to the front and just ran him along at a merry dance and has proven weight.
The first on Darwin Cup Day. The start not going according to plan. Hopefully Anthony is okay there. Canton Kid will win, runner number 5, and Paul Shires getting his eye in early. Prince of Mercia, the favourite, will finish into second. Throw at the stumps. No third dividend there. These races through from Darwin, both here on Sky Racing 1, extended commentary over on Sky 2, and then the last 2 races of their meeting will be on Sky Racing both Sky Racing 1, 2 and Sky Thoroughbred Central. Shepherd and Race 6 coming our way in 2.5 minutes.
Giles and Canton Kid going back-to-back, one here on the 19th of July in good fashion, and just too strong for them again today. No real excuses for the beaten lot.
A stride after the jump, Anthony Darmanin has come down on Mr. Monaro, but Greg said he's sitting up.
He's walking back, Greg, back to the gates, yeah.
So Anthony Darmanin is fine, and Mr. Monaro continued to gallop on. So Anthony Darmanin is fine after that tumble shortly after the start. Shire's coming back on Canton Kid, who's now had 22 starts on this racetrack for 5 wins. And it's only 19 days since his last win, back on the 19th of July. He's coming back, the 50-year-old Shires, who has won everything here at Fanny Bay Racecourse since, but not the Cup.
Everything but. He's won 9 guineas.
9 guineas.
9 guineas. I think he's won 4 or 5 derbies and about 4 Palmerstons. But I think he's had 2 seconds and 2 thirds and a 4th in the Cup. And maybe today's the day, Greg.
Maybe today. He's won the first. All right, that's the first race. What time have they run? 1:15:11, 1:15:11, 5:34 and 1. We'll stand by for correct weight after the first. We're underway on Cup Day. Coverage all day on Sky 2. Sky Thoroughbred Central will join us for a full and uninterrupted.
All right, so we'll leave it there as we stand by for dividends. Actually, here they are now after race 1, 5, 3, 4 and 1. 5, Canton Kid, Paul Shires, 5.62, 83, Prince of Mercia, 2.10, and 4 throw at the stumps, no third dividend with 1 in 4th. Quinella 9.40, Exacta 20.70, Trifecta 49.10. First 4, 5, 3, 4, 1, 317.10. No scratchings there at Darwin after the first.
Forget the stallion hype. Racing's about type, black type, and the magnificent Machino produces exactly what every breeder, owner and trainer searches for in a racehorse. Outstanding types, progeny that perform at black type level. Machino's stats speak for themselves. His progeny averaged 77,000. That's a 10-fold return on service fee and sold up to 235,000 in the sale ring this year. And as the sire of the winners of 24 stakes races, it's no wonder his reputation just keeps on growing. At Elwyn Park, Machino continues to give thoroughbred breeders confidence.
Tab Radio and Tab Touch have teamed up for this year's AFL footy tipping competition with even bigger and better prizes. It's still not too late to enter to win great weekly prizes. Head to thegame.com.au and use the Tab Radio competition code JG67QMQ or head into one of our many full-time agencies in the metro area. And thanks to our great friends at Retrovision, 2 75-inch TVs to be given away through the season. Again, the Tab Radio specific code is JG67QMQ.
2002, video 2-2, video 2-4, 2-4, now 2-5. At to 2-5, going once, going twice. Sold to another happy bidder at Ross's Auctions.
If you need building supplies, chances are Ross's Auctions already have it. Paint, oils, tools, loads of timber including flooring, decking and pine. Check out the gear and place your bid today. You can find Ross's Auctions throughout the state, with permanent locations in Perth, Kalgoorlie, Karratha and a recently opened complex in Bunbury. Log on to auctions.com.au. MD 5681.
We had 10 minutes of the first at Dolby, one end of month, 171.08 looks to be the one to beat here. 2 Hector Segoa, 13, 3 Imperial Luca, 71, 4 License to Thrill, 91, 5 Metaphysics, $13, 6 Mr. Reddington, 26, 7 Nice Water, 280, 120, 8 Royal George, 15 and 9 Cassie's Girl, 23. A few rider changes here at Dolby. In race 1, Carl Zechner aboard 5 Metaphysics and Jackson Murphy aboard 8 Royal George. Brett Moody with 1 end of month, who was calling here to beat 7, 9 and 2. So Brett Moody calling all the action at Dolby. And Darwin, we stand by for correct weight on 5341. As we've got a bit of a gap before Dolby, we'll go back to another interview from the Sports Daily this morning. Tim Clark had a chat to Tim Walker and Digby Beecham.
I am me this morning throughout the course of it, and Tim Clark was the man aboard on the weekend in the Missile Stakes. Tim, good morning to you. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks very much for that, and good to be on the show again.
Great to have a chat to you, Tim, and again, congratulations on the weekend just gone. IME, what did you make of the performance?
Yeah, I thought she was really solid in her return to racing. Obviously, it was a bit messy behind her there up the straight, unfortunately, but look, she travelled well throughout. She jumped well and was able to lead and get it soft enough for a mare of her quality. She was always going to take plenty of running down. And look, there's no doubt that she needs to continue to improve as she gets into her prep, because it's only going to get harder for her. But it was definitely a good first up performance that should hold her in good stead for later in a campaign and a good springboard into the better races.
Tim, how cognizant were you of what transpired, to your near side in regards to Big Parade?
No, I had no idea. It was only after the post when. Never a good sign when the clerk of the courses are on the move. It always means there's something's gone up, something's gone wrong. So I sort of noticed them sort of bit of movement and then one of the other boys said something and it wasn't even until I sort of got back to where I could actually physically see the Big Parade and that I knew the full extent of it. So, yeah, really, terrible scenes there, and for him, his connections and that. So, but obviously, I guess it took a bit of gloss off her win as far as just in the moment goes. But now looking back on it and reflecting on her performance, she done everything that we asked of her, and a performance like that was what we expected to see from her first up.
In terms of the rest of the late winter and into the early part of the spring now, do you feel that she's one that can measure up with the really good sprinters when those races start to roll around?
Yeah, as I said, I haven't had a lot to do with her in her career thus far, but she seems as though every time she's come back, she's been a bit more mature and she's gotten a bit stronger. And I think she's went from starting off last prep in like a benchmark 78 to starting off in a Group 2 this prep. So even that sort of something like that's not easy to do. So she's obviously come back bigger and stronger. As I said, she's going to have to keep on improving because the depth of the races are going to get stronger, and but I can't see why she won't continue to improve and be able to take that next step because she's she's obviously returned in such good order, and I think that I don't think we'll see her back at the races for a little while from what I can gather. So obviously it's very early in her preparation, and we're not even in spring yet, so we're still them bigger races are still quite some time away. But I think that Kieran and David are great at keeping horses up for long periods of time and not necessarily have to race them too often, but they can produce them at the races spot on, ready to go when they do.
Tim, it looked like you got a little bit of a soft lead, or perhaps a softer lead than some would have expected, yet you still broke 110 comfortably. Tim, you still there?
You there?
Yeah, sorry.
I missed that one.
Sorry, Tim. I was just saying it looked like you got a reasonably soft lead, in saying that you still broke 110 comfortably, winning by 1 3/4.
Yeah, look, she sort of went through from from probably the 900 to the 600 or so, like really comfortably, head on her chest, and she could have gone a lot quicker if she needed to, but obviously when Big Parade, I wouldn't say he was sluggish, but he didn't quite show the speed he may have shown in his recent trial, and maybe there was reasons for that, and when he wasn't able to show that speed, he was never going to be in a position where he could cross me. So it meant that I could then, and apart from him, there wasn't a lot of other speed in the race. So it meant that I could then, control the race. And I was mindful that she was 1200 first up, which is, nearing the end of the distance range. So, I think that, I was mindful of, I had to sort of hold it together as long as I could and let her travel as far as I could into the straight. So, as I said, there's plenty of merit in her win, and but she has to. I look forward to seeing her when she gets a little bit deeper into her prep. She'll be even fitter, and the opposition will get tougher. But I think that she can raise to that level.
Tim, just an eye towards this Saturday afternoon. We've got the Rosebud, which is for the 3-year-olds and starts the Golden Rose campaign. Are you aware of any early rides at this stage for the Rosehill meeting and that feature in particular?
Yeah, so I'm on introducing first up in the Rosebud. Obviously, I suspect that a large portion of the race on Saturday will be 2-year-olds returning as 3-year-olds, so there's going to be a lot of horses first up, and it's going to be interesting to see how they do return from 2 to 3. But he's come back well. He's had 2 trials. Gain Adrian has got him right up to the mark, ready to go first up. So I'd expect a really strong performance from him on Saturday in the Rosebud.
Fantastic. Thank you for your time this morning. We do appreciate it. We'll catch up with you as the spring unfolds.
All right, and that was from the Sports Daily this morning, and we are now only 90 seconds off the next at Dolby, which is the first. Race 1, Darwin, correct weight 5, 3, 4 and 1 at Dolby. The favourite with Tab Touch on the fixed one, end of month, 180, 108 for Nozi Tomizawa, 7 Nice Water, 250, 110 for Corey Bayliss, and only 2 runners under double figure odds here at Dolby. Let's see if we can get Brett Moody's selections, and he's gone with the 1 to beat 7, 9 and 2. He has gone with the favourite, End of Water, at 180. Let's head across for pre-race commentary, courtesy of Sky Thoroughbred Central.
Putting a first 4 on.
Oh, good on you. End of month, I hope you just have the 2 to win, the 1 and the 1 and 7.
Just boxed them up.
But end of month, you would think we'll be giving Nice Water a bit of a start.
Yeah, certainly, and it'll be fitness in the end that will prevail, and they are starting to load well. This is race 1 of 8, as we said, a really good card here at Dolby, and then our southern meetings to complement us will be at Goulburn and Lismore. Okay, 7215 for mine. We'll say good afternoon, or are we still good morning? We are good afternoon to Brett Moody for the first time to call them home. Race number 1 at Dolby.
450 metres. So if they don't handle this turn out of the straight, sometimes it makes a little bit of a difference. Thank you, Kian. And Damien, welcome on track. And also to Cassie on Sky 1. As you've outlined, you've done all the homework for us. And beautiful weather conditions here, and we're starting at the top of the straight. I was just outlining there is a hairpin bend in the turn out of the straight, and they turn for about 450 metres. So it's important they get around this turn out of the straight, or they can be on the wrong leg. It does bring them undone a little. But generally, barrier positions from the top of the track, not all that disadvantageous. And the best back runner, Nice Water, is drawn on the outside. 9 running for this first race. Welcome to Bunya Park. And they're all set. End of month goes off. The favourite stands up well in the centre of the line. The light continues to blink out. Attendant just going in there with License to Thrill. 1 from the outside. Gates are back and they're racing. Nice Water began well and has just hustled along early to try and offset that wide draw. Mr. Reddington was well away. The favourite's going to settle midfield end of month. But on the at the 150 metre mark down the straight the first time, and he's taking the outside barrier out of the equation here, Corey Bayliss, and finds the fence and gets the judge's pat on the first occasion on Nice Water. Mr. Reddington across to be second, Imperial Lucas third. Cactus Agoas in the 1-1 position, and end of the month is 1 out and 3 back. Followed then on the inside by Clearly George. They all got around that turn out of the straight okay. Drifting back was Metaphysics, followed by Cassie's Girl. And a line of 3 at the tail, License to Thrill is the widest. About to turn into the back straight, and he's really slammed on the brakes, and it's a pedestrian pace here with Nice Water. Come back under Bayliss quite nicely and controls proceedings. Leads by 3 parts of a length now over Mr. Reddington, followed by Imperial Luca. License to Thrill is working harder than my belt buckle at the 1,000 metre mark, followed by Hector Segoa getting back to 5th now. Then comes Clearly George, being covered up by the favourite End of the Month. He's running in 6th place. He's about 3.5 lengths off the lead, but they should sprint hard and fast at the end of the 2,000, as Nice Water wants to go a bit cleaner, and he leads onto the highway side of the track over Mr. Reddington, and third is on the outside, License to Thrill, followed by Imperial Luca. Now he's taking closer order on End of the Month and is going out after them. Well, back to Mr. Reddington, followed back next to last by Metaphysics and Clearly George at the tail of the field. They bunch right up, and he's asking Nice Water to quick. He should have a kick in the locker. End of month is on the outside, and the 2 favourites now come clear. Running to third is Cassie's Girl. End of the month, Tomizawa first to field for the whip. He's on the outside of Nice Water on the inside. End of the month, Nice Water. End of the month hasn't got there. Nice Water's got the kick. A beautiful front running ride by Bayliss, and the horses respond. Plain sailing to the line. Nice Water wins the first over. End of month, every chance. Third was Cassie's Girl. 4th, Hector Segoa, followed by Metaphysics, Clearly George. Well, back in the field then was licensed to thrill Mr. Reddington, and Imperial Luca clocks in at the tail of the field.
719 and 27. Nice water, 320, 110, the one end of month, 110 and 9. Cassie's Girl, 310 with 2 and 4th there at Dolby. Race 1 Bankstown in 3.5 for Rock and Roll Rambo, 320, 130 to Fear the Blue, 390, 157 Hey Dude. At 480, 178 Tap Out, 550, 183 Bell River Girl, $7, 220. 1 My Anime, 15, 9 Place Southernland at 16. 10 Wolf Endin at 18. 5 Rock and Roll Rush as well as 6 Selman Place, both 126. Race 1 Lismore in 8, 4 Kirsten, 220, 130, 1 Supiro, 460, 170, 16 Beneficent, 750, 253 Bow Darcy, and 15 Crown Reach, 850, 240, double figures upwards the rest. All right, so Dolby, let's see if we can head back for post-race commentary, and they may be interviewing the jockey. No, nothing through at this stage. So we'll take a short break before we possibly head back to Corey Bayliss for his thoughts after the ride at Dolby.
The Boab Tavern is the place to be with great meal specials daily. Have a catch up with mates at one of the bar areas. Enjoy the alfresco with friends or enjoy the beer gardens and bistro. The Boab Tavern can also cater for your special function. 107 Dundas Road, High Wycombe.
Every Friday night, tune into the Trots WA Twitter page for comprehensive coverage of the meeting at Gloucester Park. Join Michael Heaton and myself, Tim Walker, as we bring you all the essential last-minute information from the drivers in the parade ring and catch up with the key winners from the meeting. Whether you're having a punt or just an avid fan of harness racing, the Trots WA Twitter page is the place to be every Friday night from 5.
Savour the flavour with up to $600 Butcher Crowd voucher when you purchase selected ovens, cooktops or range hoods at Retrovision. This offer is for a limited time only. And remember, RAC members save an additional 5% every day at Retrovision. Conditions apply.
All right, no post-race commentary there at Dolby, but we do have interim 719 and 27 Nice Water for Corey Bayliss, 320, 110, one end of month, 110.9 Cassie's Girl, $3.10. Quinella 170, Exacta 410. The trifecta, 36.10 with the first 4, 719 and 2, 110.50 scratching of the 10. Race 1 Bankstown in 90 seconds. Race 1 Lismore in 6.5. And let's go through the board here at Lismore. 1 Supiro, 480, 172 Lucky Roller, 23. 3 Bow Darcy, $9, 250 for Kirsten, 210, 130. 5 Light Up the Show, 19. 6 Star Emblem, 12. 7 Heavenly Sent, 34. 8 Lonnie Lass, 81. 12 Our Legs, 11 at 71. 14 I'm Picturesque, 81. 15 Crown Reach, 850, 240. 16 Beneficent, 750, 230. Chris Taylor, the new jockey aboard 16 Beneficent here at Lismore. So Bankstown mobile in position. And we will head shortly across to our caller of the day, Fred Hastings, who's gone with the 3 Bell River Girl to beat 8, 7 and 1. Now take note at Lismore, track condition is now soft 7. It was previously a soft 6, soft 7 now at Lismore. And Bankstown over the 21.40, they're milling around, so they shouldn't be too far away from a score up. And we will stand by for a line to Fred. Lismore in 5, race to Darwin in 12. Not too much in the pool there, but let's take a look at the board. 3 Yahala, 360, 140. 8 Tough Nut, 460, 170. 6 Motivated Miss, 480, 170. 2 Patriotic King, $5, 180. 12 Witten, 750, 234. Zoo to Z, 10. 1 Brazilian, 12. And 10 Hidden Princess, 21. Off to Bankstown for the first hour with Fred Hastings.
This afternoon, under overcast skies, we've dodged much of the rain. I believe there was a bit of rain around over the weekend or yesterday, but nothing much at all. It's very overcast and some dark clouds off in the distance, but so far we're nice and dry. Runners are about to get ready for the first race. First of 7. Favourite way here is Rock and Roll Rambo as they score up. Gate rolling. They are coming up for the first. So My Anime is the inside runner. Rob Morris picks up the drive as the gate rolls for the first. Coming up is Fear the Blue, Bell River Girl in the Tab Club colours. Getting ready is Rock and Roll Rambo. Rock and Roll Rush gets set. So the Mobile takes the field into the back straight. Racing about to get underway for a Monday afternoon here at Bankstown. A back straight jump away and they're set. And with a green light, they're off and getting away well. Down from a low barrier draw was Fear the Blue. It bounces out to lead in the initial stages. Over Bell River Girl, and in third posse up on the inside, Myanna May. Caught a bit deep there as Rock and Roll Rambo onto that corner, and they were followed by Rock and Roll Rush, who was able to slot into a nice spot just after the start. Followed then by Hey Dude, and a gap away then came Tap Out. Well back in the race is Wolfenden, and towards the back of the field is Selman Place. And in that ruck of horses towards the back was Play Southern Land. So they work down the home straight now. And the pilot was Fear the Blue. But up on the outside, Rock and Roll Rambo went up to get within a neck of the leader. Lead time 40.3. Myanna May third and 1-1 for Bell River Girl. They were followed back on the inside then by Hey Dude, who's 3 markers. On its outside in a good spot was Rock and Roll Rush. And they were followed by Play Southern Land, who's up on the inside of Tap Out. The last pair is Selman Place, and with it is Wolfenden. From where they began, they've now got a lap and a half to go, and down the back of the track they travel, where it's Fear the Blue making play, about 2 metres clear. In second spot up on the outside, punching the breezes, Rock and Roll Rambo. Myanna May third under lock and key, and 1-1 for Bell River Girl. Followed then back on the inside by further back to Hey Dude and Rock and Roll Rush, 3 back in the moving line. Well back is Play Southern Land. Tap Out, the horse sitting third last. Tap Out, then came Selman Place, and still last is Wolfenden. They went a 31 first quarter as they work into the home straight, and down the lane they come. And the pilot here is Fear the Blue. 1 round left to travel as they get the bell. In second posse, Rock and Roll Rambo just being felt for. Third, the inner Myanna May, and Bell River Girls had a pretty good run. Then came Hey Dude, Rock and Roll Rush. The next one on the inside was Play Southern Land. On a loose rein, about to be asked for an effort, is Tap Out, and then came Selman Place. It's inside Wolfenden's last, but they're down the back. 30.5 second quarter, 61 and 5 the half, and the leader was Fear the Blue, but being popped the question. It leads away by 4 metres. Second on the outside, trying to stick on Rock and Roll Rambo, Myanna May. They were followed then by Bell River Girl. Well, it pulled out 3 deep, was immediately gone, and then came further back in the field then to Hey Dude, and Play Southern Land has driven up in behind those as they run the corner now. 30 and 5 that next quarter. They still haven't got Fear the Blue. It's still bobbing. Leads away from Myanna May, about to get into the clear. There's a fall. Coming to grief is Hey Dude, and it's badly checked there. Wolfenden, they're in the stretch. The leader, Fear the Blue. In second spot up on the inside, Play Southern Land and Myanna May. Play Southern Land is finishing brilliantly up on the inside. Grabbed the lead. Play Southern Land has gone home to score and beat. Second home, Myanna May. Fear the Blue, and for fourth you had either Tap Out or close up was Rock and Roll Rambo, then Selman Place. They were followed then by Bell River Girl, a gap away Rock and Roll Rush. Wolfenden did complete the course, and what about Sean Grayling? He came to grief there, and he grabbed hold of the reins, and he hung on for dear life, and he's got back in the bike. Tough as teak, Sean. He's going to come down the straight, but he was dislodged, but looks to be A-OK.
All right, good news there with Sean Grayling, but that was... Yes, a bit of a scene there at Bankstown. But anyway, 9, 1, 2 and 4. 9 Play Sutherland at 1 at 5. Ooh, let me try that again. 15.80 and 4.20 the 1. Myanna May 2.90. 2 Fear the Blue 2.10. And 4 and 4th, but it is a photo. And it is good news there that Sean is okay. Let's see if we can get more information. And no, nothing through. But good news with Sean. Correct way to race 1, Dolby on 7, 1, 9 and 2. And we will be heading straight across to Lismore for the running of their first event as they are behind the barriers here over the 1,100 metres. Favourite with 4 Kirsten at 190 and 120. 1 Supyro, $6 190. 15 Crown Reach, $9 240. $10 upwards the rest. And Chris Taylor is now aboard, 16 Beneficent. Off to Lismore for pre-race commentary, courtesy of Sky Thoroughbred Central.
Another one from the Daniel Bowen yard. Ian steps up to the trip.
Yeah, Daniel's horses are going really good at the moment, and that horse won really well out here, and skipping up to 2,100. I think she'll really find her best.
And you're right, Peak Road in race 4, lovely gate, and probably the bigger track suits him better.
Yeah, I've been trying to follow that horse. Well, I've been riding him these last few starts, and I just have an opinion on that horse. I think he can really go well once Daniel gets him right.
Race 5, Stoinker. He gets back in trip and probably leads again.
Yeah, he'll be right there in the finish, and I think he's one of my best rides of the day.
What about race 6, you ride Brave Instinction?
Brave Instinction for Owl, yeah. I really liked a few of its runs last prep in, racing some really nice maidens and won a maiden. I'll just see how it goes today.
You got a tricky gate.
Yeah, do it outside gate, but I'll get across from there.
$1.90 our favourite, which is Kirsten. She's only had the 2 runs for Stephen Lee. She run 5th to Dermot and run 3rd over the last day of the July Carnival. She's $1.90 on tab. Sapero from the Matt Dunyard, good sort of horse. He trialled. He had a soft time in the trial, Johnny. Second favourite at $6. You've got to go right down to Crown Reach, the 15. 15's into 8.59s, back into 8.50. We just heard from Danny.
All right, different odds here in WA, so we'll head straight across to Lismore soon. Favourite for Kirsten, 190, backed in from 260. We can go straight to our caller, Terry.
Kirsten, the favourite, was in the red and then made a foray into black figures about 10 minutes ago. And those black figures were snapped up, and Kirsten back into red figures now with tab at $1.90. Supero at $6, second elect, and Crown Reach, who's passed that VIT check. So Crown Reach drawn gate number 1 on the 3rd line of betting. Kicked behind the barriers, checked and vetted okay. Light Up the Show's gone in. Beneficient has loaded away, and Crown Reach has come up into the gate. Here's Bo Darcy, about to be led forward. Second up today, ridden by Danny Peasley, and drawn towards the outside of the field of 12. Bo Darcy is in. Heavenly Scent is about to find an outside gate. Jake Bayless riding. Our Star Emblem walks in on a quick backup. Raced at Taree just 6 days ago on the 1st of the month. Back at the races today and sports a pair of blinkers for the first time. Lonnie Lass goes in. Our Legs 11 is loaded with the aid of a barrier blanket. Slowly but surely they're getting ready. Lucky Roller is the next to come along. Racing in earmuffs for the first time. And it's Lucky Roller they're working with. Ooh, trouble in the gate. Bo Darcy, I think, just got up in the air, and the rider of Bo Darcy, Danny Peasley, was disadvantaged there. He was almost lying across the partition of the stalls. And the news coming through, they're going to take Bo Darcy out. So Bo Darcy's coming out and will be vetted. So plenty of action here before the first gets underway. Meanwhile, Lucky Roller is riderless now, and they're trying to get Lucky Roller in without the jock. Bo Darcy currently a $10 chance with tab and around that quote 2 on the NOP. Kirsten is back into black figures just about. $1.95 with tab now. So they're looking at Bo Darcy. They're working with Lucky Roller. Supero's still out. Kirsten, the favourite, yet to be loaded. I'm Picturesque is also waiting the call up. I'm Picturesque, another having her second run for the campaign. Now, Danny Peasley is back aboard Bo Darcy, which may indicate the vet's happy. No, not yet. He wants to see Bo Darcy trotted with the jock up. So Bo Darcy's still under the eye of the vet while all that's going on. A section of the barrier staff are working, trying to get Lucky Roller up into the gate. So far, without a great deal of luck. So Kirsten, $1.95 with tab. Supero, $5.50. Crown Reach, $8.50. There's only 3. Three under double figures. The news coming through, Bo Darcy's been past fit. So Bo Darcy will be reloaded. Kirsten's still out. I'm Picturesque is still out. And Lucky Roller continues to refuse, and I think the news is about to come through. Lucky Lucky Roller is out, refusing to load. Lucky Roller, number 2, refusing to load. Here's a late withdrawal. They gave Lucky Roller many chances. And now while all that's being digested and Lucky Roller's being taken out of harm's way by one of the clerks, Supero has decided he doesn't want to go into the stalls. He's first up today, only his second career run coming up. His first outing at the races for quite a while. And he's gone in now without the jock. So Supero's into an outside stall. Matt McGowan will remount in the stalls. And that leaves 2. I'm Picturesque and Bo Darcy. So I'm Picturesque walked in. She did exactly the right thing. Kirsten, the favourite's gone up. Here's Bo Darcy about to come up. 1120 is the trip for the first. Gates are back. Racing, Crown Reach for the inside, light up the show. Our legs 11 came out very quickly and they vie for the early lead. Pace coming from out wide. Supero's rushing across now, and when they hit the first turn, Supero has run to the lead by 2.5 lengths. Kirsten got to second, Crown Reach third. Bo Darcy fourth on the outside of Our Legs 11. Light up the show is midfield on the inside of Star Emblem. 2 lengths away, Heavenly Scent inside of Lonnie Lass. I'm Picturesque is second last, and Beneficient a long last of all. Supero is the pilot. They're on the bend with 400 metres left to run. Supero in front. Crown Reach second. Bo Darcy went to third. Kirsten immediately under pressure. Star Emblem is deeper out. Supero tackled by Bo Darcy. 200 metres left to run. Kirsten battling away from Star Emblem. Bo Darcy's in front. 100 metres out. Bo Darcy in front of Supero, Kirsten and Star Emblem. Bo Darcy getting tired. Supero kicking back. Bo Darcy just.
All right, Bo Darcy takes out the win. Let's pick up concluding stages, Darwin.
And second last, and Hidden Princess, Patriotic King. Todd said, catch me if you can, baby, and down to the 200 metre mark. It's still 2 in front of Motivated Miss. Yahella just come through late. Patriotic King's all out. Tough Nut, look at it come. It's coming 2 to their 1. Brazilian deeper out. Tough Nut grabs them. Tough Nut ahead on the line. Beats Brazilian, Patriotic King, Motivated Miss, and then you've got Yahella in behind those. Witten, Hidden Princess, Zuda Z, Tough Nut, Dom Tanua. Mark 9 Trains came flying late. Well, Mark, how's his day going? In race 1, the horse stumbles out of the gate. In race 2, you're in the winning circle, brother. Diving at Brazilian, who came late. They were getting to Patriotic King, Motivated Miss. They had to do the chasing at the top end. But you could see Tough Nut, momentum was coming, and they backed it here this afternoon too. It was in from about 12 to 1 on Tab Fixed. And it has arrived in time. Stand by for the numbers. Toddy went for home on the lead up. He had the Motivated Miss. Yahella and Brazilian, they were chasing, but they sort of levelled out. And then Tough Nut, Dom Tanu, he's no stranger to top-end racing. He's won a heap of Alice Springs Cups. He knows his way around on the dirt. And he's got this one home in around 1:8.2. We will stand by for that time to be confirmed, but 8 goes into the frame.
And doesn't that just sum up racing? Maybe first horse of the day doesn't quite participate, but then you train the winner of the second, and that will be the story for Mark 9, originally hailing from Christchurch, New Zealand, with Dom Tuna, Tough Nut emerging through the middle of them to claim the second on Darwin Cup Day. 8 will beat 1, Tough Nut, beating home 1, Brazilian, and then 2, Patriotic King. We'll have 4th for you in a moment as well from the second of that 10-race card, Darwin Cup Day today. Also, those results through from race 1 at Lismore. They were a little in delay for that first, and it was the 3 Bo Darcy who was cleared all fit and well, deemed a starter there. prior to the jump, beating home 1 Supero, who was fighting late. 4 Kirsten was still trucking on, and at 6 it was Star Emblem. 3, 1, 4 and 6 numbers through from Lismore in that first race of the day. Now we're still just officially awaiting those numbers through from Bankstown, race number 1. We had seen that fall of Hey Dude, runner number 7. Sean Grayling was able to keep a hold of the reins and then actually jump back into the cart as well. But there was an issue with the semaphore board, so still awaiting official numbers out of Bankstown Harness, race number 1. To Bundaberg, as we return to the Greyhounds, we'll have race number 5 to kickstart the first leg of the quaddie. Favourite at 3:10 is Ethan's Thunder, just ahead of the resuming Bold Character. Dog number 6, who's been away for 65 days, was seen at Ipswich and Albion Park, has had a few runs here.
Australia to win, and goals over 2.5 goals.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelpline.org.au.
So at Darwin, numbers are through after race 2. Still no information in regards to the protest at Bankstown. Darwin 8126, 8 Tough Nut, Dom Tanoa $4 and 171 Brazilian, 282 Patriotic King $2, Quinella 3560, Exacta 6060, Trifecta 313.50, First 4 8127 and $1,489, 558 2820, Scratchings 579.11. Goal bet in 2.5. Get your bets on. Lewis Day with 1 rise to it. The favourite 241.40. Here's pre-race commentary courtesy of Sky Thoroughbred Central.
At 8 here is Mixed Passion for Robert Quinn. He had a winner the other day there at Canberra, Robert. And Hevie van der Hoven, a double the other day as well. He will ride this galloper. He hasn't been on it before. It's had 5 starts yet to be placed. Has had a trial since its last run back at Bathurst. So that was over 1,800 metres. Kicks off here today over the 1,500 metres and just would need to improve off some of those performances to warrant strong winning consideration here. And it's a bit of a roughie here in the market at $34. My numbers in the first, I'll go with 1, which is Rise to It on top. I think it can get the job done. Second start in as many starts here at Goulburn. Was good here running second last start. The 3 Sacred Girl. Just have something on this galloper, just with the blinkers on. Kicks off a new campaign and the trials have been okay, so put it in. The 4 Hour Marianne will give him plenty to chase. She looks like the likely leader. She's got a bit of breeding on the side. A nice big strong mare by Frankel. And the other one here is the 6 Glad You Think So. A lovely type down from Randwick for John Sargent. 1, 3, 4 and 6 in the opener. And horse number 1, Rise to It, is our favourite, 250 into 215. Sacred Girl has got out from 5.
All right, so 290 into 210 here. Rise to It with Tab Touch. Get your bets on. And then we'll be off to Yarra Valley for harness racing. Race 2, Dolby in 10. Favourite 1, Rugged Woman at $2.90 and 162 Au Revoir, $3, 165 Cloudy Miss, $3.80, 193 Brave Boy, $462.20 for Mentonello, 19 6 Master of Menace, 31 7 Recall Events at $91. So Goulburn in 60 seconds. We can head across to Lewis Day for her thoughts ahead of riding the favourite here in Goulburn.
Only up 100 metres in distance. Looks a nice race for him.
Yeah, he gets his opportunity, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely in the right race. On paper, anyway, he looks to be one of the main chances. Just drawn a little bit sticky in a race with not much speed. So I think we might find ourselves up on the speed today.
One of your horses that hasn't drawn badly and a really good chance later on is the Carpetbagger for Joe Ible. You've had a lot of success for Joe last season. Draws the inside today, third up.
Yeah, look, he's been going very well. He got a little bit wayward last start, wanted to run out on the track, but Joe's put a bubble cheeker on him today, and obviously drawn barrier 1 should help if he has something outside him, sort of guiding him around the bend. But I jumped him out last week. He went very well. I'm happy with him.
Yeah. The stablemate, Ninja Star, was able to win first run for the stable and was pretty good there last start as well.
Yeah, it was a good run. She obviously went very well first up for the stable. I was suspended, so I couldn't ride her last start, but she ran a very honest race and the mile looks perfect.
Yeah, well, a few good chances there. I know you got 4 rides for the day, but they look your best 3. Good luck today, Louise.
Thank you very much.
Scarlett takes up its spot, so 3 to load here for the first. Mixed Passion, Rise to It and Glad You Think So. So 3 to come up, Goulburn. Okay, good on you, Cass, as our Sky One audience join us. I think it was your birthday over the weekend as well, wasn't it, Cassie? So happy birthday, belated happy birthday. And we've got 3 to come up here, Rise to It, Mixed Passion and Glad You Think So. This is your favourite. Rise to it. He takes up his spot. Now, Glad You Think So. And Mixed Passion will be the last couple. Mixed Passion walking forward for Heavy Van der Hoven. And the last one will be Glad You Think So. For the Horizon Finance Group Maiden, 1500, first of 7. Good 4-rail true first favourite, Rise to It. In the Derby white jacket with the navy logo and cap with the armbands. And they're off, and he missed it. Rise to It came out second or third last. I'm Scarlet with Glad You Think So with the first two to begin, and now Marianne in third. And then came Little Outlaw in fourth position from Rise to It in fifth. Sacred Girl and Mixed Passion are the last couple. No speed early past the 1200 metre point. Our Scarlet, or I'm Scarlet, with our Marianne poking through underneath it to now take the lead. So our Marianne, Glad You Think So. I'm Scarlet, hands up, lands in third position in the pink jacket. Then came Little Outlaw, Rise to It, Sacred Girl and Mixed Passion as the last one. Our Marianne leads them to the far turn off the back, led by just on a length here, 800 metres left to go. Glad You Think So, sticking with the leader in second. I'm Scarlet, 2.5 lengths away in third. Little Outlaw ridden along at that point. Rise to It ran past it. Then Sacred Girl and Mixed Passion are the last couple. So just under 600 to go. Our Marianne, hard at work here, the rider. Glad You Think So, sidles up alongside. I'm Scarlet's in third, and Rise to It gets to the outside. Sacred Girl is on its back. Our Marianne trying to shake off Glad You Think So at the 350. I'm Scarlet, and Rise to It chiming in now. Glad You Think So got to our Marianne, but Rise to It about to join the pair of those, and it hit the front of the 150, the favourite. Rise to It getting away now the last 100 metres, and it's Rise to It. Rise to It will do enough and win by 3/4 to our Marianne. Glad You Think So chipped away to run third, and I'm Scarlet close up fourth. Then came Sacred Girl, Mixed Passion and Little Outlaw.
1467, Rise to It, $2.130. Number 4 in second place, our Marianne, $2.60. No third dividend paid to number 6. Glad You Think So.
Thank you very much, Sophie, and a very good morning to you. Now at Yarra Valley, they're right on start time. Bankstown, still no update in regards to that protest. Current numbers stand 9-1-2-4 until further information. Race 1 Yarra Valley for a lot like Louis, 250, 145, Max and Jax, 290, 143 The Answer, 550, 242 Zoom Zoom Boom, 750, 290 6 Hour Better Bro, 950, 380, 1 Luciana at 23. Race 2 Dolby in 5 minutes, and correct weight is now through at Lismore after the first 3-1-4-6. Yarra Valley, they are scoring up Mobile in position, and this race over the 2150. Favourite as mentioned for a lot like Louis, 250 and 140. As we take you to Luke Humphreys, who's gone with the 3. The Answer, $6 to beat 5, 2 and 4.
But they find their spots now. Scoring up, first event on the program. Welcome everyone to Yarra Glen. They're just about right here for the first event. All set. Tab Mobile around the turn. 6-2-year-old pace is 21.50. The Answer picks up his spot after she ducked in a bit in the score up. Luciana got a check, but they're in their spots and they're set. Good race for the 2-year-olds, the opener. A few of them have trialled quite nicely. And away they go. Zoom Zoom Boom in the red with the black hoop sleeves began the best. Luciana in the purple with the grey sleeves. No speed from the inside gate. Zoom Zoom Boom went straight to the lead 4 metres. A lot like Louis, the favourite here. White colours in second place and drops in behind Zoom Zoom Boom. They were followed by Luciana getting through to third, and the Answer is in fourth place in the blue-red, in the red, white and blue, and slots in on the peg line. They're in single file. Max and Jackson, the green and gold diamonds, white sleeves, is fifth, and 7 metres away is Our Better Bro, who's in the blue with the red and white diamonds, and is last of the six runners. They go down the back, 25 first to last, 1600 out. Lead time was 39.2, not bad going, and the front runner is Zoom Zoom Boom, leads the way by 4 metres. A lot like Louis in second place. In third spot, 7 metres away, is Luciana, and they were followed 4 metres away by, she was followed 4 metres away by the answer, Sweet Lou filly with Danny Curran. The two fillies in third and fourth as they make their way around the home term. And then 4 metres away is Max and Jax, who's another debutant of Rock and Roll Heaven Gelding, prepared by Philip Cherkop, and 4 metres to Our Better Bro, who's the other debutant, and one of 3 debutants. The betting line colt prepared by the McNultys, Sean and Jason. Down the straight, 1,050 to go, and they come down towards the bell. Zoom Zoom Boom by 4 metres. A lot like Louis in second placing will await the Yarra Valley Party High sprint lane. So they go towards the back of the course, and Zoom Zoom Boom 900 out by 4 metres. A lot like Louis. 4 metres Luciana. 4 metres the answer. A similar margin Max and Jackson. Our Better Bro peels one off the inside. 31.8 was the first quarter of the last mile. They go to the 800 metres, and they go towards the back of the track the last time. Zoom 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 by Zoom Zoom Boom by 4 metres. A lot like Louis. 7 metres away is Luciana. 3 metres away is Our Better Bro, one off. A neck the answer. Fifth, full back the inside, and 3 metres Max and Jax, 1 by 1. The second quarter 31.4. 20 metres first to last. 450 out. Zoom Zoom Boom 4 metres. A lot like Louis, just paced a tad roughly in second. They quicken up now. The third quarter was 29.1. So around the turn, and Zoom Boom by a metre. A lot like Louis, hooks off the pegs, comes to the outer. Running on as Max and Jax down the centre, followed by Luciana. The answer went roughly, then Our Better Bro. Still Zoom Zoom Boom 3 metres in front from a lot like Louis. Zoom Zoom Boom has done it all in front. A lot like Louis getting a little bit closer on the line with Max and Jax, but Zoom Zoom Boom too good. Zoom Zoom Boom has won from a lot like Louis by 2 metres. 1.5 metres Max and Jax third. 25 the answer might have got fourth, and those in front of Luciana, and Our Better Bro sixth of the sixth. The final quarter was 27.8. The mile rate 159.2.
2, 4, 5, possibly 3, 4th. Number 2, Zoom Zoom Boom, 723.60. Number 4 in second place, a lot like Louis, 120 no. Third dividend paid to number 5, Max and Jax.
Correct. Went out to Lismore as well as Darwin after race 2. Dolby run on start time 2. Au revoir, 290, 160 favourite. Backed in from 390 for Corey Bayliss, who had a win in the first. 1 Rugged Woman, $3, 163 Brave Boy. And 5 Cloudy Miss, 460, 220 double figures upwards the rest. All right, still no information in regards to Bankstown, so we'll jump ahead and clear those interims from Goulburn after the first.
On 1467, Rise 2 at number 1, Louise Day, $2, 130. Number 4, Our Marianne, $260. No third dividend paid to number 6, Glad You Think So. Quinella, $360. Exacta, $7. Trifecta, $17.60. And the first 4, 1, 4, 6 and 7, $61.80 with 5 and 9 both scratched.
And we stand by for Yarra Valley numbers. Now Bankstown, 9124. Just had information through that there was something wrong with the semaphore board. I believe there was some technical issues. So the stewards are still viewing the film to confirm those placings. Off to Dolby we go for race 2 with Brett Moody.
Rugged Woman and Au revoir, still nothing between them. And now Rugged Woman takes over as favourite here. As I mentioned, KO Racing of going for 3 winning days in a row, won the Nanango Cup and a winner at the Sunshine Coast yesterday. And Jack Bruce has already had 3 winning days in a row, winning the first here today after his win at Eagle Farm Saturday, Sunshine Coast yesterday. He's got the second favourite now, Au revoir. Rugged Woman will jump the favourite out of gate number 3 as we see them here head on. Gates are back and they're racing in the second event. Brave Boy just jumped out at the start, so he's going to snag back. Cloudy Miss began well. Mantonello and going forward Au revoir in the early stages. Rugged Woman just holding her position on the inside. Mantonello gets into the 1-1 trailing position, followed by Recall Events Master of Menace, being shaded on the outside by Brave Boy. Down to the winning pole at a Sunday afternoon stroll pace, and a Cloudy Miss tucking her head under, gets the judges' pat. Leads the way from Au revoir. She's just facing the breeze on this turn out of the straight in second, and Rugged Woman is tucked away third the inside. Followed by Mantonello, and the next one along is Recall Events, Brave Boy, And out to last then goes Master of Menace. So still they just hack along and they're about to turn into the back straight and no changes. They're all pretty happy with their positions, it would seem. Cloudy Miss leads the way, leads by a long neck over Aravar, and here's Mantanello taking off now. So Carl Zechner not happy with the speed, so injects some along the back straight and goes up to take the lead now from Cloudy Miss, and Aravar now has some cover going forward. Rugged Woman continues to get the nice run fourth on the inside, followed then by Brave Boy. Then comes Recall Events, and still last is Master of Menace. About to leave the back straight and turn onto the highway side, and continuing on with the move, it's Mantanello, 3 parts of a length, but Cloudy Miss won't head up the inside and boots back as they come up to the 600, and now they're starting to crank it up. Oravar in third place, just shading the other favourite and Rugged Woman, who's fourth the inside. Next is Brave Boy, who looks to have a little bit to offer, just coming off the little bit now as they sprint hard and fast, and the other two dropping away, Master of Menace and Recall Events. Onto the home turn, Cloudy Miss, Mantanello, Rugged Woman pops off 3 wide and shoves Aravar out of the way. Behind them there is Brave Boy just looking to get into the clear. Rugged Woman meantime hit the lead. The run's there, one off the fence for Brave Boy, coming at Rugged Woman. Brave Boy out after Rugged Woman. Brave Boy, the inside's going better than Rugged Woman, and Brave Boy, a nice ride, travelled well in the run and has put them away. The margin length over Rugged Woman. They gap the rest. Mantanello a distant third, followed by Oravar, who didn't really run on first try at the 2000, found her out. Well back in the field, Cloudy Miss likewise. She punctured down the home running, finishing back with the other pair, Recall Events and Master of Menace.
3, 1, 4 and 2. Number 3, Brave Boy, $4.90, $2.90. From number 1, Rugged Woman, $2.20. No third dividend paid to number 4, Mantanello.
These dividends for Lightsaber. Go to darlingviewthoroughbreds.com.au for details.
And dividends have been released at Yarra Valley Race 1, 2, 4, 5 and 3. Zoom Zoom Boom, number 2, Jay McKinnon, $7.20, $3.60. Number 4, A Lot Like Louis, $1.20. Number 5, Max and Jack's no third dividend. Quinella, $4.30, Exacta, $12.70, Trifecta, $61.50. First 4, 2, 4, 5, 3, $101.50 with no scratchings.
Race 2, Dolby will have dividends soon. Race 2, Bankstown in 3 minutes, but still no information in regards to their first race. So we'll stand by for information which should be coming through shortly. Bankstown for their second 2, Lochinvar Lorenzo, 150, 128. Tigers Spirit, 460, 180. 6 Double Lines, $5.50, $2.07. Southpaw Slugger at 10. 1 Lockie's Delight, 31, alongside 5 Star Regal. 4 Miss Ballet, 34. Race 2, Lismore in 7, 6 Intentional Lass, 240, 130, 10 Minister Garrett, 370, 153 Enterprise Phoenix, 850, 250, 5 Backseat Promise, 11, 9 Enterprise Success, 13, 7 Jacinda Bell, 16, 11 Victory Bean, $17. 8 Subversive, 18 to Doro Hart, 20, 12 Hucker, 23, 13 Born, 51, 14 Darabaz, $61. The first at Ballarat comes up at 11:30, and the 6th Theodore heads the market for Harry Coffee, 160 and 110. In fact, 160 and 120 now. 5 Ruminate, $5, $2.10. 1 Arctic Desert, $5.50, $2.20 for Naval Force at $7, $2.50 to Black Autumn, as well as 7 Towering, both $26.
And the interims at Dolby, race number 2, 3, 1, 4, 2, Brave Boy number 3, J. Guthman Chester, $4.90 with $2.90 to place. Number 1, Rugged Woman, $2.20, no third dividend paid to number 4, Mantanello. Quinella, $7.10, Exacta, $16.40. Trifecta, $97.90, and the first 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, $265.10. Double on 7 and 3, $11.50, no scratchings.
Okay, so 60 seconds off race 2, Bankstown. Now, there's another track inspection here at Lismore. They have been inspecting the surface there about the 800-metre point prior to race 1 even. So it's sounding like the stewards and jockeys are back out there. So there's no horses in the yard ahead of race 2, and we are about 6 minutes off the second event. So we will stand by for more information there, but I doubt that it will be running at 11:25 at this stage. We will keep you posted in regards to the track there at Lismore. So still an interim result in regards to race 1 at Bankstown with the stewards' inquiry, but still no information. And, well, I guess they'll just have to wait and see what's happening, as they are less than 60 seconds here. ahead of race 2 at Bankstown. Bankstown to Lochinvar Lorenzo, favourite 150 for Michael Formosa. Let's head across to Fred Hastings. He has gone with the favourite, the 2 Lochinvar Lorenzo, to beat 8, 7 and 5.
Well, he did, Cass. Look, before we talk about Sean's feats, we do have to point out that there has been a steward's inquiry and they have disqualified the winner. Play Southern Land, and it's only come through in the last 2 minutes. Play Southern Land was disqualified for going inside marker pegs. The new numbers on race 1 are 1, 2, 4 and 8. Amended placings 1, 2, 4 and 8, and it is all clear on those new numbers. Horse 9 was disqualified. And they're coming up. Amazing effort by Sean Grayling. He was tipped out and he just held onto the reins for dear life. And Sean, he managed to end up finishing or getting back into the bike and crossing the line, but he was tipped out, held on for grim death and didn't let the horse get away. And his Silks will need a dose of the Whirlpool. They'll need to go in the Whirlpool and get a wash. They were pretty filthy after he was dragged along the track. But the big news is that the winner, number 9, was disqualified in that race. This is race 2. They're getting set. Short favourite is Lochinvar Lorenzo. Gee, it's been a start. Let's hope things go smoother now. They're ready to go and away they go. And Lockie's Delight and Lochinvar Lorenzo. Lochinvar Lorenzo's up in the air. Gee whiz, the race favourite, the Hot Pot. It's up in the air and galloping. And up on the outside now, it's Miss Ballet and also Double Lines going together as they sweep out of the straight. The favourite still galloping. Up on the outside now to take closer order is Star Regal. Just ahead of it is Lockie's Delight. They were followed by Southpaw Slugger. The next one was Tiger Spirit. And Lochinvar Lorenzo gets going again and is going to try and tack on as they work down the back, and a big move coming around the outside from Tiger Spirit. Gee, it's willing early doors where Double Lines had found the lead, but up on the outside Tiger Spirit stares it down, and he kept going here on Lochinvar Lorenzo 3 deep. They were followed behind those then by Miss Ballet, Star Regal, 3 deep Southpaw Slugger, and Lockie's Delight is last. It's been an action-packed affair this second race. They went 29-7 the first quarter, and into the straight they come. There's 4 across the track up front where it's Double Lines being joined by Tiger Spirit. 3 deep is Lochinvar Lorenzo. 4 deep is Southpaw Slugger. Boy, oh boy, have a look at them go. They're jammed up like sardines out of the straight. In behind them then is Miss Ballet, Star Regal as a peg goes flying, and they were followed by Lockie's Delight at the tail of the field. They go to the back, 29-9 the next quarter. So they've gone the half in 58.6, and down the back the leader is Double Lines. Shows out from Tiger Spirit. 3 deep Southpaw Slugger. They were followed then by Miss Ballet. Further back in the race then as they head down the back, Star Regal, Lockie's Delight, and making another error, dropping right out as Lochinvar Lorenzo. 30.1 that third quarter. They still haven't got Double Lines. It's Double Lines leading by a head. On the outside, Tiger Spirit won't go away. They were followed by Miss Ballet and Star Regal. That's your race. Around the corner and first into the straight, Double Lines, Tiger Spirit. They're having a soul-stirring struggle up front where the Tiger went to the lead. It's Tiger Spirit in front. Now starts to forge right away. Tiger Spirit is going to hang on and score. Tiger Spirit wins it by about 6 metres to Double Lines. Star Regal, Miss Ballet, Lockie's Delight, Southpaw Slugger, and the long odds-on favourite Lochinvar Lorenzo is going to finish it tailed off last.
8, 6, 5 and 4. Number 8, Tiger's Spirit, $5.60, $1.60 from number 6, Double Lines, $3.80. No third dividend paid to number 5, Star Regal. And apparently new numbers through at Bankstown, yet to be released though, 1, 2, 4 and 8. Number 1, My Anime, R. Morris, $21.60 and $2.90. Number 2, Fear the Blue, $2.10 with number 4, Rock and Roll Rambo, $1.50. Quinella, $36.80, Exacta, $113.20. The trifecta, $294.30 with the first 4, 1, 2, 4 and 8, $1,853.20. No scratchings.
Thank you very much, Soph. And yes, previous numbers 9124 and new numbers 1248. So definitely a big change there. And make sure you check your tickets. But there is still a protest, apparently. It has not been released. Still interim there at Bankstown, I should say. Race 2, Lismore. At the start, 6 Intentional last favourite, 230, 130. Although here we go, races 2 to 7 at Lismore, postponed due to the state of the track. All right, so there we go, races 2 through to 7 at Lismore, postponed due to the state of the track. They did check the track ahead of race 1 and as well as ahead of race 2, and they're not happy with it, stewards and jockeys, so races at Lismore postponed. Goulburn still interim on 1467. We stand by for correct weight there. Correct weight through at Dolby race 2, 3142, and all clear race 1 Yarra Valley on 245 and 3. Ballarat will now be our next race for broadcast, which is in 5 minutes. 1 Arctic Desert 550 220, 2 Black Autumn 26 for Naval 4 750 280, 5 Ruminate $5 210, 6 Theodore 170 127 Towering at 26. We join Calvin McAvoy now here at Ballarat ahead of the next year at racing.com, and he is the trainer of Theodore.
V8 had his first trial this morning at Cranbourne. How was he?
Yeah, really good. Just we wanted to take him for a trip away from home, and certainly a trip away from home from here to Cranbourne on a Monday morning. But we protected him. He had a very nice, quiet, easy trial, and he'll do a bit more in a couple of weeks.
Tell us about Theodore here. He's come up a short price favourite in the opener. We saw once at Bendigo finishing 5th on that occasion. How's he bounced through that?
Really good. Yeah, he got it a bit wrong that day at Bendigo. He was a bit horse shy and got a bit further back than what we thought he would. It was a nice race, and there's going to be plenty of form to come out of that. Drawing the inside up to the 1400 looks an ideal race for him today.
Small field, I suppose, and as you say, an inside alley. Often we see horses that roll forward hard to beat around here. Would you expect to be, albeit in a small field, up riding the speed?
Yeah, for sure. Harry's not going to drive him out the gates, but if he bounces well, he'll naturally end up there, and it's not a bad place to be.
Before we get on to a couple of your other runners, your scratch following C from this race, where might we see that horse next?
Yeah, not sure. We've got him in a couple of options sort of at the end of this week and early next week, so we'll look. He's a nice horse. He got it wrong at Caulfield, but we've got a decent opinion of him.
Syncretism in the second?
Yeah, needs to lift a little bit. She found it a bit sharp first up. Blinkers on up to the 1200, so as long as she relaxes and does the first half well, she'll be there in the finish.
What about Bungle in race number 4 at the 1500?
Yeah, I like the 1500 for him. He ran well last start, and he's been we've struggled to find out what his best trip is, so hopefully today we've found it.
And Philosopher's Stone in race number 6 has been really consistent here. Can we break through today?
I hope so, yeah. He's been consistent up to the 1400 with a claim, so he'll be there and thereabouts. He always puts his best foot forward, and hopefully he can get himself back in the winners list.
Market says this one's the best of the day. Is that the way you're reading it?
For sure.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Calvin McAvoy recently back from holidays. That'd be a shock. I think he went from Bali to Ballarat. That would be a bit of a kick to the system, Warren, but if they could jump out today with Theodore and get a victory early doors, that might make things a little bit sweeter for him. But let's have a look at this race. This is the Mantier race.
All right, so we'll be back on track to Ballarat shortly. So Bankstown, after that first, cancelled the delay. We've got information that all clear is through on 1, 2, 4 and 8. So 1, 2, 4, 8, all clear. Goulburn still standing by for that correct weight, so unsure as to what the delay is there. But speaking of Bankstown, interims are through after race 2.
On 8, 6, 5 and 4, Tiger's Spirit, number 8, J Brown, 560, 160, number 6, Double Lines, 390, and no third dividend paid to number 5, Star Regal. The Quinella, 23.70, Exacta, $22, Trifecta, $224.10, and the first 4, 8, 6, 5, 4, $1,028.20, double on 1 and 8, $109.40 with 3 scratched.
Western Race Picks provide photography services to the WA racing industry, covering all race meetings at Ascot, Belmont and most provincial and country race meetings, with our catalogue extending back to mid-2014. We do all the design, printing and framing of our products in-house and pride ourselves on providing high-quality products in a timely manner. We also service the local breeding industry, specialising in yearling and stallion photography. We have a new website which allows people to purchase and download low-resolution digital images for your social media. You can also view our entire library of photos, as well as order your framed memorabilia products. Go to westernracepix.com. That's westernracepix.com.
Top of the ladder gutter cleaning are professional, trustworthy and reliable. With over 25 years' experience, they are fully qualified to take care of any gutter job, big or small. For a free quote, topoftheladder.com.au.
Less than 60 seconds off the next here at Ballarat, and the favourite with 6 Theodore, 170, 120 for Harry Coffey. Backed in from 210, 5 Ruminate. Open at 5 into 441 Arctic Desert. Heavily backed in 5 in from 11 for Naval Force 950 to Black Autumn 26, 7 towering at 34. So Goulburn 1467, still no correct weight. Correct weight at Dolby and all clear at Yarra Valley after the first. Lismore standing by for... Well, actually, we won't be standing by for information because they have been postponed, races 2 through to 7. And we can head across to Anna Molzanski now at Ballarat.
And Sam and Warren, hello to you. Moving in well for the first. Good to be here. Naval Force joining them. So Naval Force goes up as we welcome our Sky audience. First of 7 on a shorter day and a little light on numbers this afternoon, but beautiful winter weather and a short price favourite to start off the day with Theodore. So Towering will come up shortly. Just waiting for Ruminate, who's the one that was due to go up next. Declan Bates out of the saddle, rushing up to the stalls, and they'll load Ruminate without him. He's just a little stubborn.
A little bit of coaxing.
Digging the hooves into the ground. But after a little bit of coaxing, they easily getting him up into the gates. So placed here over 1,200 metres on debut. He's out to 1,400. Many of these up and trip quickly from their early starts. Blake Autumn, the newcomer, and the stablemate Towering are the last two. So $1.65 for Theodore, who has the inside gate. As Black Autumn goes for a little bit of a wander down the track. Fiorente gelding. You'd imagine he'll get out much further than the 1,400 metres in due course. And Towering, son of So You Think. We've got a couple by that siren gauged here, including Ruminate. So here's Black Autumn. With the lead rope attached, is being led up. Getting close to the gates. A little hesitant. This is his first day at the races. But conditions you'd think would make it easy. There's hardly any wind around. The sun is out. Smallish fields. And he's moved in. And Towering now to come up and join Black Autumn, who's moved into the gates. Towering to complete the line. Global Turf with the first 1,400 metres. And the light is switched on. So a good run down the back straight from the starting point. But just 6 of them in the opener. They're all in. Signals there, and they're away. Theodore got a flyer from the inside gate, one of the first out with Ruminate, and also Naval Force in a line of 3 vying for the lead. A length and a half to Arctic Desert, who's right behind them in 4th. And then comes Robbie Lang's 2 runners. Black Autumn on the inside off Towering. So finding order at the top of the track, or trying to at least. Naval Force in the centre is now working across and coming across Theodore, who'll take the trail. And into the first corner, Naval Force, a half length. Ruminate goes to second. Theodore third and now pocketed. Then comes Arctic Desert 4th and about 3 lengths off the lead. Black Autumn second last on the inside of Towering, who's heading deeper on the course. They head towards the bend with close to 650 metres left to go, and Towering in an early move. They were going slowly, so Towering has been set alight and up towards the corner. Out deep takes the lead from Naval Force, kicking up, and Ruminate in the middle now switching off heels and getting around the outside of Towering as they start to shuffle up. Coming up to the bend and looking for a run is Theodore. Nowhere to go at the moment. Arctic Desert to the outside. They leave Black Autumn behind. Into the straight. Ruminate now gets his chance. Goes up to Towering. And now Theodore's presented to the outside. Naval Force bats away back on the fence. So it's Ruminate, Towering, and now Theodore joining in with plenty of purpose. 100 metres left to go. And it's Theodore going up to the lead and quickly coming away under hands and heels. And Theodore did it. A length and a half. Ruminate second. Towering third. And then came Naval Force, Arctic Desert and Black Autumn.
6-5-7-4, number 6, the winner there, Theodore, 140.
6 lengths up in grade and 0 to 70, down to the 66 here. And the other one was $41 into about 13 was Real Valencia as well. So they're loading in, recapping Andrew's numbers 8, 5, 9 and 11. They're all in his, Craig.
We're on race number 3 on Great Northern Darwin Cup Day. Real Valencia just backing out, coming back into line. Emma Lyons aboard. Cyclonite's got the blue cap. It's got the red cap for the Healy stable. Soul Spirit stands in well. Beatbox has the inside gate. And the attendants move away. I think they've won the battle with Real Valencia. They settle now, light on 1100 the journey. Oh, Real Valencia a bit edgy. Settles away. One missed it. Noble Wars missed the start clearly. And getting away well there, closer to the inside was Soul Spirit. Just Strolling's pushing for the early lead and Hard to Excel. Didn't begin the best, but it's improving out deep on the track. But it'll have to work there. Beatbox is holding an inside position, and Chief Mondo's there. Even deeper out there, Sedona's right in the firing line. So taking stock inside the 7, Just Strolling led Hard to Excel. It's been taken out of its comfort zone here, this favourite. Up 3 deep goes Sedona, 4 deep Chief Mondo. Sitting off those Beatbox, Soul Spirit just off the speed down the side, and then Cyclonite. Well back on the inside, Real Valencia from I Remember When, and after the bad start, Noble War last. So inside the turn now, coming around the turn at the 3, and the leader Just Strolling. It's been keen. It's straightened up 2 in front. The favourite Hard to Excel's gone. Back in behind those and running on still right there too was Sedona. Chief Mondo, Soul Spirit deeper out, but Just Strolling at the 150. It had a decent old kick. Who's coming? Soul Spirit, I Remember When, deeper out on the track, but Just Strolling a good win here in the 3rd, and Just Strolling wins it by 2.5 on the line to Soul Spirit, I Remember When. Real Valencia darting through late. Beatbox, Noble War, forget it went around. Sedona knocked up with Chief Mondo. Cyclonite didn't come into it, and Hard to Excel didn't find the lead, and that was the end of that, the last one home. Just Strolling, number 4, Adam Nichols, Peter Stennett. Held a very keen speed battle. They took it on left, right and centre, but...
That was his first start back this preparation, his first go here at Darwin as well for Just Strolling, the Exceed and Excel 5-year-old gelding, and previously been racing in New South Wales and heads to the Northern Territory for the first time at Darwin on Darwin Cup Day. Picks up the cash, $11, beating home what was in for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. We'll nab those numbers for you actually in a moment. I Remember When was prominent in for 3rd placing runner number 2, but the 4 will score. 9 will get 2nd. That was Soul Spirit. Then 4 will beat 9. The 2 looked to be there in the mix. I Remember When. As we see this son of Exceed and Excel come back at the head of the field, his 4th win at start number 18 today, with that 10th race to be there.
Thank you, Soph. And to Darwin, we stand by for dividends to come through there. So at Lismore, if you missed it earlier on, races 2 through to 7 postponed due to the state of the track. So the remainder of the Lismore meeting postponed due to the state of the track. Race 2, Goulburn in 2 minutes, and the runners have arrived behind the 1,000-metre mark. 2 Heart of Vancouver, as well as 4 Oakie's Choice and the 5 Light Press, equal favourites 440 and 160. Let's head across for pre-race commentary, courtesy of Sky Thoroughbred Central.
The favourite still is horse number 2 here, which is Heart of Vancouver. It's been $4, $4.20.
All right, no, they're going through markets there, so we'll head back across shortly, and we should have a line to Anthony Manton soon. Let's take a look at Yarra Valley. Race 2 in 5-7 at Nicole's Cruiser, $3.80, $1.40. 3 Snazola, $4, $1.50. 5 Wichita, Kansas, $4.20, $1.60. 6 Red Bank Molly, $5, $1.80. 8 Princess Chiller, $6.50, $2.10. 1 Kilara Insanity, $11. 4 Pershing, $13. 9 Stanton Break, $23. 2 Springfield Shadow, $101. The 3rd at Dolby in 9 minutes. Not too much in the pool there. 3 Mickey 8. Heads the market at $1.40 and $1.04. We'll take a short break before we head across to Goulburn.
The Craigie Tavern is a great place to watch the latest sporting events on the big screen or enjoy a meal with family and friends. You can simply pop down after work for a cold drink. Check out the all-new look Craigie Tavern. It has something for everyone and also a huge and comfortable pub tab. The Craigie Tavern, 110 Eddystone Avenue, Craigie.
Create brilliance this season by letting Leonardo da Vinci serenade your prized mare. This magnificent son of Hinchinbrook offers a remarkable breeding opportunity in 2023 for $3,000. Triumphant in the Group 2 Stud Stakes as a 3-year-old, Leonardo faced fierce competition, showcasing his superior athletic talents. Can Leonardo da Vinci create a masterpiece with your mare? Find out this season at Goldfront Thoroughbreds. Visit goldfrontbreeding.com.au.
Loading in well at Goulburn, let's take you across to Anthony Manton.
I wouldn't let anyone talk you out of it. Light Press has been the best backed runner into 380, and number 6, Nonchalant, 390. All right, good on you, Ben, as our National Racing Service join us. So last few to load here. Nonchalant's taken up its spot. Hamish the Swift and Coralie, newcomer to Mick Travers, with Denny Beasley down to ride. The boys making the trip across from Wagga. And Coralie is set, so we're right to go. Alicia Collett, Jockey of the Year last season, Class 2. And they're set to go. Light Press will run favourite just in front of Oakey's Choice and Nonchalant. They're off. Light Press came away midfield. Oakey's Choice, Nonchalant, Hamish the Swift all fast away. Mission Ridge in 4th position early and taking advantage of the rails to drive through and lead them all, in fact. Then Squiggles from Light Press. They're followed then by Heart of Vancouver. Gee, he's beaten for speed today. He's normally right up on the pace. He can't go with them. Heart of Vancouver, second last. And Coralie is last, so 500 to go. Mission Ridge about to turn the bend in front from Oakey's Choice, Nonchalant, Hamish the Swift, Light Press, Squiggles. Heart of Vancouver must be 8 lengths off them at the 400, and Coralie too far back from there at the 300. Mission Ridge joined by Oakey's Choice, Nonchalant across heels. Light Press is starting to run on hard. Heart of Vancouver coming from a long way back, leaving its run late, but it's coming. Nonchalant got to the lead here. Nonchalant's just in front from Light Press and Heart of Vancouver. Nonchalant's got home. Heart of Vancouver was huge to get as close as it did from how far back it was. And Light Press in the middle, it'll run third. They were followed then by Mission Ridge and further back to Squiggles. Coralie doing its best work late. Hamish the Swift and Oakey's Choice carved up, finished at the back.
6259 should be 4th. Number 6, the winner there, Nonchalant, 331.40. Number 2, Heart of Vancouver, $1.90. Number 5 in 3rd place, Light Press, $1.90.
A long neck of the winner. Number 2 will run second, and 3rd will be 5, Light Press. 4th will be 9, Squiggles.
6259 numbers.
All right, and there you go, 6259 at Goulburn. All clear Bankstown race through 865 and 4. Yarra Valley up next, and the mobile will shortly be moving into position 8. Princess Chiller, 421.50. 7 Nicole's Cruiser, 441.63. Snazzola, 461.70. The top 3 runners there. Darwin race 3, correct weight 492 and 7. Ballarat, still no correct weight, but we can clear those Darwin dividends.
As they have come through, released 4, 9, 2 and 7, just strolling. Number 4, A Nichols, $11.80 and $3.50. Number 9, Soul Spirit, $1.90. Number 2, I Remember When, $4.30, with number 7, Real Valencia, in 4th place. Quinella, $23.60, Exacta, $57, Trifecta, $702.90, and the first 4, 4, 9, 2, 7, $7,610.60. The double on 8 and 4, 61.30, 6 and 10, both scratched.
And correct weight is now through a Ballarat race 1 on 6574. Now, take note for those who were playing along at Bankstown. We've only just received information that the reason for the amended numbers at Bankstown after race 1 was because number 9 was disqualified due to being inside the markers. So numbers amended from 9124 to 1248. Okay, so we focus our attention onto Yarra Valley as they score up here over the 1650 metres. Here's Luke Humphries.
Grade. Snazzola second to Wichita, Kansas last start. Redbank Molly's a good chance in this type of race. Wichita, Kansas has gone out like the wind. They're set to go. Ready for a start. 9 of them 1650 up to 47, rating restricted, race 2. Green light is on. They're off and racing. Equal favourites here outside of the front row and inside of the second line, the stablemates. Princess Chiller inside of the second line, back to last, one off the pegs. The Coles Cruiser from outside the front row has begun like a shot and leads easily about a line of 4, second, third, fourth, fifth. It was a great charge into the first bend, but in the black and white, the Coles Cruiser 8 metres in front. Second behind Kalara Insanity, Snazola in the centre in between, and 3 wide is Wichita, Kansas. The pink sleeves goes to the death. 1 by 1 is Snazola and Stanton Break in the gold with the purple diamonds. 3 back the inside. Springfield Shadow 3 back the running line. 4 back the outer in the red Princess Chiller, followed by Red Bank Molly. 5 back in the 1 out line, and 3 meters Pershing the silver jacket on the peg line. Down the straight at the bell, 1,000 to go. First quarter in 27.8. Lead time of 3.4. And they go to the back of the course now. 900 to travel, and the Coles Cruiser in front by 3 metres. Second, the outside is Wichita, Kansas. In third on the back of the leader after a metre is Kalara Insanity. Will await the Yarra Valley Party High sprint lane. 3 metres Snazola, fourth 1-1. 2 metres to Stanton Break, fifth, 3 back the peg line. 3 metres away is Princess Chiller, who's sixth in the running line, 3 back. As they go down the back at the track, 3 metres to Springfield Shadow, who's 4 back the pegs in the green with the yellow Maltese cross, white hoop sleeves. Next out deeper is Red Bank Molly, and Pershing goes 3-1 off. 15 first to last, 30.9 second quarter. Off the back past the 400, leader to Coles Cruiser and neck to Wichita, Kansas. 4 metres Kalara Insanity, might not be going well enough for the Yarra Valley Party High sprint lane. The third quarter in 29.8. Leader is Nicole's Cruiser, and neck Wichita, Kansas. 3 out Snazola. Stanton Break weaving through, 1 off. Will now go to the sprint lane. Down the middle, Princess Chiller from Red Bank Molly. Nicole's Cruiser 3 metres. Stanton Break the maiden finishing off hard on the inside. Nicole's Cruiser being joined by Stanton Break. Stanton Break got right up on the inside, hit the lead, and Stanton Break breaks through. Wins ahead the Coles Cruiser. Wichita, Kansas has run third, 1.5 metres away. A similar margin, Princess Chiller fourth, then Red Bank Molly, followed by Pershing and Springfield Shadow, and a Snazola in a gap of 20 metres to Kalara Insanity. The final quarter of a 30.3, and the mile rate was in a tie, was 159.2.
9758, number 9, Stanton Break, $37.490. Number 7 in second place, Nicole's Cruiser, $190, and number 5, Wichita, Kansas, $210.
90 seconds of the third at Dolby. Get your bets on here. Justin Huxtable aboard 3, Mickey 8, $150. $1.06, 1 Agro again, $6.50, $1.60 alongside 9. Look at Rosa. 11 Mordecai, $8.50, $1.90. 7 Early Choice at 20. 2 Marty Awa, 31. 6 Am I Right, 51 alongside, in fact, the 12 Triple E's. 8 Liza in Lights, and 10 Sunny Day, $81. Here's interims at Goulburn after race 2.
On 6, 2, 5 and 9, Nonchalant, number 6, J Pretzes, $3.30, $1.40. Number 2, Heart of Vancouver, $1.90. Number 5, Light Press, $1.90. Quinella, $14.60, Exacta, $25.50. Trifecta, $44.30. With the first 4, 6, 2, 5, 9, $335.40. Double on 1 and 6, $12.80. 1 and 8, both scratched. And at Yarra Valley, race 2, interims on 9, 7, 5 and 8. Stanton Break, number 9. C. Demler, $37 and $4.90. Number 7, Nicole's Cruiser, $1.90. Number 5, Wichita, Kansas, $2.10 with Princess Chiller, number 8 in fourth. Quinella, $61.20. Exacta, $290.40. Trifecta, $1,460.40. With the first 4, 9, 7, 5, 8, $5,479.80. Double on 2 and 9, $226. No scratchings.
Thank you, Soph. Off to Dolby for race 3. They're making their way to the 1,400 metre mark, so they'll be jumping a bit behind start time as they've just ticked over now, but they're still on their way to the barriers. And then race 3, Bankstown in 7. Back at Ballarat, race 2 in about 12. Ballarat 1, Miss Magnifico, 221.30. 2, Lima Spice, 8.50. 353 Synchronism at $4.80, 234 Peri Peri Rich, $4.60, 220. 5 Sugar Pop, $6, 270. 6 Lady of Steel, 21. 7 Go Gerda, 91. Let's take you across to Dolby with Brett Moody as they are about to begin the loading process.
She'll be competitive. Number 9. Yes, thank you, Cassie. So I'm just talking about number 9, Look at Ray's second pick, but Mickey 8, circumstances, if circumstances commit with the blinkers on, they've advised that they'll ride him a bit more forward, but of course it'll all depend on him jumping well, which he hasn't done in his last couple of starts at Eagle Farm. first up. And, of course, he flew up along the inside. And then he didn't have a great deal of luck at the Sunshine Coast last start over 1400. So he'll need to mend those little manners, and they're going to give him more positive ride. And he's been back to the exclusion of all others. Number 3, Mickey 8. Look at Rose has been easy. But as said, she ran second here at the last meeting, and she's gone back to the trials after she was scratched at the barrier. And we've got 11, Mordecai, an interesting runner, but he was definitely very easy in the betting. Showed some improvement at his second race start. First up at Toowoomba, and 1 Agro again has been thereabouts, but he's drawn a little bit awkwardly. Now, they were a little bit late arriving at the start, but they're immediately starting to load away. And Mickey 8's been back to the exclusion of all others. Justin Huxtable, a winner at the Sunshine Coast yesterday. Nathan Fazackley riding here on Mardiawa for Michael Morn. He won the Nanango Cup at Toolbreck on Saturday. And we've got Alicia Donald, had a double at Toowoomba. She's on number 8. And Olivia Webb rides number 10, Sunny Day. She had a double at Toowoomba. And Jackson Murphy on Mordecai. He rode a winner at Townsville yesterday, and he was here for the first race today. So, you know, that's some of the efforts that our jockeys put in on this very big state of Queensland. In fact, they do it all around Australia. But hats off to Jackson here today after winning yesterday. So they've loaded up pretty quickly. Mordecai has gone into line. Mickey 8's drawn in gate number 1 and stands up well. As I mentioned, blinkers on. They're going to try and ride him forward, but it'll all come down to whether he jumps, which he hasn't done at his last couple. Early choice going in, and now we're all set and ready to go. First of 2 divisions of the Maiden Plate 1400, thanks to Warrego Water. And there's the light, ready, racing. Mickey 8 began fairly off the inside, just punched along by Huxtable to get past a few, and he's done that. Beginning well was Mardiawa, and Mordecai was well away. Triple C 3rd, and Mickey 8 goes through to be 4th. So they couldn't have wished for a better position there. 4th on the back of the speed. Agro again is working hard, and in the middle is Amorite. There's a line of 3 there with Mickey 8 as they prepare to run onto the course proper at the 950. Next along, Look at Rosa, followed by getting back in the field, Liza in Lights. Well back also then second last Early Choice, and Sunny Day at the tail. 800 metres left to go. About to turn onto the side of the track now, and it's Triple C up on the outside of Mardiawa. Mordecai 3rd, and the favourite getting a lovely run, Mickey 8. You'll just need to extract off the inside there behind Mardiawa at the 600. Followed by Agro again going around the outside, then Amorite. Look at Rose has got cover going forward. Well back in the field, Liza and Lights, Early Choice, and Sunny Day sees them all. 400 metres left to go, and the leader on the inside, Triple C, but Mickey 8's got away from the fence. Beautiful piece of riding by Huxtable. No sweat there, and he sends Mickey 8 to a clear lead over Agro again. Look at Rosa running on well. Mardiawa is boxing away, but Mickey 8's getting clear now. You can turn your search engines off because you've found a winner here if you back Mickey 8, and the margin out to about 4th to finish. Oh, 2nd and 3rd ahead, Bobber. Look at Rosa or Agro again, and Mardiawa's up for 4th. Then came Mordecai. Not a bad run, just dropped off late, followed by Triple C. Well back, Liza and Light, Sunny Day, Amorite, and clocking in at the tail was Early Choice.
Number 3, Mickey 8, $1.40, $1.10. Photo for the Miners. Number 1, Agro again, $1.90. With number 9, Look at Rosa, $1.40. Number 2 in 4th place.
All right, so confirmation, it is a photo finish for 2nd and 3rd, but we will have a full set of numbers for you soon. Race 2, Goulburn, correct weight 6259 at All Clear, Yarra Valley. Race 2 on 9758. Bankstown in 2 minutes. 1, Dancing with My Ex, 270, 138. Birdie Gal, 350, 130. 4, Night Walker, 480, 162. Jacks up, $6, 180. The 5, Where Is She at 10. 9, Roxy Rock, 18. 7, Bet or a Girl, 21. 6, Shirley Bromack, 34. 10, Call Me Gringo, 41. 3, J's Cash, 71. Race 2, Ballarat in 6, 1, Mrs. Magnifico, 240, 140. 4, Peri Peri Rich, 320, 173. Syncretism, $5, 245. Sugar Pop, $6, 270. 2, Lima Spice, 950, 380. 6, Lady of Steel, 21. 7, Go Gerda, 81. The 4th of Darwin comes up in 18. Favourite there, 9, Rising Sphere at 320 and $1.30. Local events for today, we head across to Pinjarra at 12:53 for the first of their 9 races, are Fine and Good. We will have a preview at about 12:35 with Matt McDermott trackside, and then Northam, the first of 11 at 1:38, and a preview with Peter O'Neill about 15 to 20 minutes prior to the first. Fine and Good conditions there. So harness racing and greyhound racing here on TAB Radio for our local venues in WA. And for the Pinjarra Trots, you can head on to Twitter and check out the races, or in fact the Trots WA. Tim Walker will be at trackside for his thoughts and interviews in the parade ring. So Dalby, still no information through Bankstown on start time, and numbers are through at Dalby.
On 3912, Mickey 8, number 3, Jay Huxtable, 140, 110. Number 9, Look at Rosa, 140. Number 1, Agro again, 190. Quinella, 330, Exacta, $4. Trifecta, 1160. And the first 4, 39, 12, 90, 150. Double on a pair of threes, 1080, 4, 5, 13, 14, all scratched. Moving up at Bankstown Race 3.
From the barrier today, Dancing With My Ex. Been a bit of money around for the 2 and a bit of money around, obviously, for the 8, who at one stage was the pre-race favourite. They're getting set. Dancing With My Ex comes up on the inside. Getting set, jacks up. Jay's Cash comes forward. Running the distance of 17:40 here. First couple of races, there's been plenty going on. Lots to unpack. A horse disqualified in the first and an action-packed race the second. Anyway, this is race number 3, the Harley Cranes Pace. They're set for a start. Lights on. Go there racing. And Dancing With My Ex from Alley 1 got away well, but showing good speed here is Night Walker. And Night Walker, superior speed, will see it cross and lead Dancing With My Ex. Third spot is Jacks Up, and up on the outside, Shirley Bromack trapped 3 wide. They were followed the inside by Better a Gal, and then came Roxy Rock, and Birdie Gal got a good getaway from that back drawer. They were followed then by Jay's Cash as they work into the back section of the track. The next one, Where Is He? And settling at the tail end of the field as they run down the back is Call Me Gringo. 9 seconds the lead time, and the leader is Night Walker. Leads the way by a couple of metres. In second spot, now getting to within ahead of the leader is Shirley Bromack, but it's done a bit of work. Third spot is Better a Gal, and a good piece of driving saw Dancing With My Ex away from the inner and dropping into the 1-1. They were followed by Roxy Rock, who's 3 pegs. Next the outside is Jacks Up. They were followed well back in the field by Birdie Gal, Jay's Cash, Where Is He? And Call Me Gringo. First quarter of the last mile was 30-7, and as they work their way down the home straight now to get the bell lap to go, the leader is Night Walker. The margin's about 3 metres. Second is Shirley Bromack. Morris had a look across to size them up. 31.8 the quarter, 62.5 the half. In third spot, Better a Gal, leaders back. Next is Dancing With My Ex. They were followed by Roxy Rock, and the next one, Jacks Up, followed then by Jay's Cash. Well back is Birdie Gallant, still the last pair, Call Me Gringo, and Where Is He? They're down the back of the track now. They've got 500 metres left to go. It's Night Walker, 2 metres in front. In second spot up on the outside is Shirley Bromack trying to stick on, and then came Better a Gal. The next one is Dancing With My Ex, about to be produced and offer, and then came Roxy Rock, and the rest are headed then by Jacks Up as they run down the side, where the leader is still Night Walker. Still a couple of metres to Shirley Bromack. On the outside, Dancing With My Ex isn't winding up. Birdie Gal is. It's coming around the outside with Jacks Up and nowhere to go for Better a Gal. The leader is still Night Walker. The cavalry's coming down the outside. Finishing on is Birdie Gal. Still there is Shirley Bromack, but in front Night Walker, and Night Walker too good. Night Walker first, Shirley Bromack second. Gee, I reckon got a second win there. Got his second win, Dancing With My Ex. I reckon he might have got third, but it is a photo, and there's about 4 of them around him, and they included on the outside Birdie Gal, also Jacks Up, and sneaking up on the inside was Better a Gal. They were followed behind them by Jay's Cash, Where Is He? And Call Me Gringo in that bunch of horses with Roxy Rock.
4, 6 and a photo, 1, 8, 2 and 7. Number 4, the winner there, Night Walker, $5.20, 170. Number 6 in second place, Shirley Bromack, $5.70 and a photo for third.
Race 2 Ballarat in 90 seconds, and the favourite here with the 1 Miss Magnifico, 270, 150 for Sarah Field, for Peri Peri Rich, 360, 190, 5 Sugar Pop, $5, 243 Syncretism, 550, 250, 2 Lima Spice, $9, 370, 6 Lady of Steel at 23, 7 Go Gerda, 101. Race 4, Darwin in 13. Correct weight is through at Dolby. Race 3, 3912. So Ballarat, they've arrived behind the 1,200 metre mark. Adam Olszewski with the 2. I'm a Spice, so a bit of a value tip here for Adam. $9 at $3.70 for Luke Cartwright ahead of 143. Okay, so we'll head across shortly for pre-race commentary with Adam Olszewski. Race 4, Darwin in 13 minutes, and the favourite there, 9 Rising Sphere, 3:21.30. Taking note of late scratching through at Darwin, 1 Expert Witness. So 1, 3 and 8 out of the next at Darwin. Bankstown, race 3, 4, 6, 1 and 7, and they're loading in well at Ballarat for race 2. Before we head there, interims at Bankstown, race 3.
Number 4, Night Walker R. Morris, 520, 170. Number 6, Shirley Bromack, 570. 1 Dancing with My Ex, 157. Better a Gal in 4th place. Quinella, 152.80. Exacta, 168.60. Trifecta, 776.30. And the first 4, 4, 6, 1, 7, 5,329.10. Double on 8 and 4, 13.80. No scratchings.
Off we go to Ballarat now for race 2. Here's Adam Olszewski.
Up Miss Magnifico. And up it goes. We're set for the Haymarket Handicap. 1,200 metres, all in. Ready. Signal. And they're away. Miss Magnifico only fair from the outside gate, but presses on to midfield. Syncretism jumped well, and so did Go Gerda, and Peri Peri Rich is up there, vying for a leading position and holding those other 2 runners out for the moment. So it's Peri Peri Rich from Go Gerda and Syncretism easing 3rd. Miss Magnifico is 4th. 2 lengths away, Lady of Steel, then Lima Spice, and a length away last, Sugar Pop. They head down the side, 700 out, and it's Go Gerda up on the outside, shading Peri Peri Rich, and Miss Magnifico gets into the race now a bit deeper. Only a length would separate them coming up to the bend, and then a length and a half to in behind those runners. Syncretism, who's looking for a way clear, bolting at the moment, and then comes Lima Spice brought to the outside part of the track, Lady of Steel and Sugar Pop. They come into the home running, 350 out. Peri Peri Rich tried to kick. Miss Magnifico after it. Syncretism's got the run in the middle, and then comes Go Gerda and Lady of Steel. It's still Peri Peri Rich, who's bobbing on the fence. Miss Magnifico not there yet. Syncretism just holds 3rd. Peri Peri Rich, Miss Magnifico now warming to the task. Miss Magnifico snatches the front in the shadows of the post and goes on to score by a neck. Peri Peri Rich got 2nd. Syncretism 2.5 away 3rd. Then Lady of Steel, Sugar Pop, Go Gerda and Lima Spice.
1, 4, 3, 6, Miss Magnifico, 270 and 170 from number 4, Peri Peri Rich, 170, no 3rd dividend paid to number 3, Synchronism.
Sarah Field, who rides her 3rd career winner, and she's starting to develop quite a strong winning strike rate. Only a handful of rides, maybe 2 handfuls, and she steers the Kieran Maher and David Eustace trained mare by Magnus to her 2nd career win. She's been close to a victory here on this surface in recent weeks. And after jumping only fairly, it must be said, she was able to slot into a good trailing position before making a move around the bend. She was off the heels of those in front well before the turn. Plenty of time to wind up and needed to start chasing early because the 4 Peri Peri Rich was in full flight. And interim numbers confirming the placings 1, 4, 3 and 6. 1, 4, 3, 6, 3/4 by 2.5 in a time of 1:12.43. Peri Peri Rich using a low draw in a small field, much closer in the run today. It was able to take up a non-pace role. Another one that's close to another win after a string of recent minor placings on rain effect on synthetic tracks. And Syncretism, who got the run early in the straight and for a fleeting moment looked like it was going to run on strongly. But just at the end of 1,200 metres, wasn't able to make any further inroads, stepping out to this distance for the first time today. 1:4.36, 3/4 by 2.5, 1:12.43. Let's hear again from Guy, who's trackside representing the Maher Eustace Yard.
Yeah, well, Guy, congratulations. A mare who was deserving of that victory after 2 good runs this preparation, and a really nice patient ride from Sarah there.
Yeah, it was perfect. Didn't really jump as sort of positive as we wanted, but she kept cool and came across. across, got a nice position, and then was just able to keep the sort of balance together and then go. And really starting to ride nice and strong towards the end there. Very happy.
And the mare had to knuckle down. She had a bit of a task on her hand, but, she seemed to have plenty in reserve.
Yeah, definitely. She's a very game filly and always tries her best.
She's had 3 runs this preparation, all here at Ballarat on the synthetic surface. We were just talking off there. She's stabled only at the back of the racecourse. With winter sort of, in the depths of winter, is she one that can keep doing racing here on the synthetic? Because she seems to be enjoying it.
Yeah, you'd definitely say so. But the team at home will definitely make the call there. But you would definitely say so.
And you mentioned the team at home, and you can tell, by talking to yourself and, watching social media and that the last few weeks, everyone's so proud of what Sarah's been able to do. Win number 3 now in just, a handful of rides.
Yeah, 100%. But like I said earlier, she works extremely hard for the stable. Nothing's ever is sort of too much. And she'll go anywhere we ask, really.
Well, Guy, well done to you and the team.
Thank you very much.
There we go. Guy Woods with Miss Magnifico, who gets the job done, of course, in the famous Crabtree colours. She's a mare by none other than Magnus, of course, which may explain the link there. And Sarah coming back and all smiles, and why wouldn't she be? Her riding career is certainly starting on a good note. I think that's 3 wins now in her short career. And Kira Ma and David Eustace, obviously she's based here at Ballarat riding for their team, and they've been great in providing her opportunities. And this might be a mare who can pick up a few more races this preparation. She was a $310,000 yearling, so she's a mare with a nice pedigree, and she's now been able to win 2 of her 5 starts after a consistent preparation. And Sarah makes her way over and all smiles, and as I said, why wouldn't you be? Win number 3 now, and you're not getting sick of that winning feeling, I'm sure.
No, definitely not. No, that was fantastic. It worked out really goodly. Got in behind the leaders, and I popped off the one in front of me around the bend, and she flown into it really nicely, and she was strong late.
And I suppose in this on these tracks, rhythm is all important, and you didn't panic. You were happy to leave her out there nice and comfortable in her stride.
Yeah, definitely. She was really relaxed underneath me, and she carted me around the bend. Yeah, that's quietly confident coming around the bend, so it was super. Thanks to the owners for the ride, and Kieran and Dave for letting me ride her.
And personally, I suppose, late in the piece, you had to get to work on her to pick up that challenger. Were you always confident that you were going to? And you seem really strong in pushing her out late in the piece.
Yeah, I always felt like she was going forward. So, yeah, then like I said, she ended up being quite strong through the line. So she was a really good win today.
And what about the satisfaction, I suppose, the opportunities that Kieran and Dave have been providing you and other trainers as well? If I had told you a few weeks ago when you had your first race ride, you'd have 3 winners already, would you have believed me?
Oh, no, probably not at all. I'm very grateful. I'm riding nice horses. They're definitely giving me lots of support and helping me along the way. So hopefully we can keep going and get another one later.
You speak of lots of support, and I suppose good to see Alf Matthews here today. He's no doubt been a big part of it, but you're part of the Ballarat team, so your first winner, I suppose, on the home track. So another milestone and buzz for you, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. I'd prefer if it was on the grass, but can't be fussy, no. So it was really good to get a win at the home track.
Good to see the winners roll on. Sarah, well done.
Thank you.
A good story on a Monday, and just another 2 wins before she'll be able to knock off her 4-kilo claim, and a good performance.
All right, there, and a win by Sarah Field at Ballarat after race 2. Bankstown, there have been some time changes. So race 4 at 12:34, race 5 at 1:15, race 6 at 1:50, and race 7 at 2:23. Darwin, race 4 in 4 minutes. Favourite there, 9 Rising Sphere, 3:21.30. 6 Doc O'Connor, 3:90, 1:52. Bell's Banner, $6, $2. 5 L Magnificent, $6.50, $2.24. Kudjuri, $8, $2.40. 7 New and $8.50, $2.40. 10 Damascus Moment, 15.11 Madam Mischief, 21, and a late scratching of 1 Expert Witness. Race 3 Goulburn in 12. 7 Sky Artist, 180, 120. 6 Torfix Star, 310, 140. 1 Moon Gara, $7.50. $3 for Bella Ace, 10. 5 Bloom and Ready, 18. 8 Dynamic, 121. 10 Illusion Francais, 126.
These TAB dividends for the best stallion roster in WA, go to darlingviewthoroughbreds.com.au.
1436 numbers through at Ballarat. Miss Magnifico, number 1, Sarah Field, 270 and 170. Number 4, Peri Peri Rich, 170. No third dividend paid to number 3, Syncretism. The Quinella, $4.30. Exacta, $7.10. Trifecta, $21.40. And the first 4, 1, 4, 3 and 6, $107.80. Double on 6 and 1, $3.60 with no scratchings.
And the all clear is through there at Bankstown, race 3 on 4617. Correct weight now through at Ballarat after the running of race 2.
Make Tab Radio your station of choice each weekday morning from 5:30 with the Sports Daily.
It's always great to catch up with Mitch Duncan from the Geelong Footy Club. Hello, Mitch.
G'day, Timmy. Hello, mate.
How do you see how the side is placed with 5 games to go and a nice chunk of them down there in Geelong as well?
It's in our destiny, isn't it, really? We've got to keep winning games of footy, to make it fun and then to be competitive come a final series. So I still think our best footy is top 2, top 3 in the competition. So that gives me great confidence that if we can get our game on our terms for long periods, we can compete with the best.
Make Tab Radio your station of choice each weekday morning from 5:30 with the Sports Daily. The Toolmart Timeline. Toolmart, your complete tools centre, serving Western Australia for over 40 years.
The year is 2003. In the Women's Football World Cup, Germany are crowned champions, defeating Sweden in extra time. Brisbane Lions are the AFL premiers with a 3-way tie in the Brownlow medal, with Nathan Buckley, Adam Goods and Mark Rasciuto all being awarded a medal. West Perth are the WAFL premiers. The Melbourne Cup is won by Mackay Diva, and Turmeric wins the Perth Cup. The first 2020 series is held in England. Australia are dominant in the world of cricket, winning the Ashes 4-1 and defeating India in the World Cup. Penrith Panthers are the NRL champions. In baseball, Sammy Sosa hits his 500th career home run to become only the 18th player to do so. Andre Agassi wins the Australian Open, and in the women's final, it's an all-Williams affair, with Serena defeating sister Venus.
Toolmart, serving West Australian tradies for over 40 years. The complete tool centre, locally owned and operated. Toolmart.com.au.
Remember her every year.
Darwin over the 1,000.
And Gary Clark, of course, Simone was a big part of the Gary Clark stable. He targets this race every year. He wins a lot of races in Darwin, Gary Clark, but he wants to win the Simone Montgomery Lightning Plate. Simone's mum Leanne's here today, and Simone's daughter Coda has grown up into a beautiful 15-year-old young lady. She's on course today. She'll be part of the trophy presentation. The only person we're missing is Father Peter, who can't be with us today, back in South Australia. Rising Sphere, the $2.90 favourite for the Montgomery Lightning, $4.60 for Doc O'Connor, $7 now for Bill's Banner. It firms again, Rising Sphere, $2.70 now, Andrew, and you like it.
Yeah, I do. I do like Rising Sphere. I've got it on top for the Clark stable, ahead of 6 Doc O'Connor, 7 Niwan, and number 5, and that is Our Magnificence, and Simone, still the only woman to win a premiership here in the top end.
They're almost set. Craig Sant calling his 10th cup later today. He's ready for the call of the Simone Montgomery.
Looks good. They'll fly here. Starter in position. Damascus Moment draws in. Light on. Set and away, and Damascus Moment from the inside bounced out the best, getting away well. Doc O'Connor, Rising Sphere, and Niwan's pushing forward. Kadri deep out in the pink colours is also not too far off him in the early part, and then Bell's Banner, El Magnificence and Madam Mischief. So off the back, and the leader Doc O'Connor showed him a clean per hills, and at the 600 metre mark is 2 in front of Niwan, who sits second, Kadri third, Rising Sphere's fourth the inside. A gap then to Bell's Banner, the inside Damascus Moment, deeper out El Magnificence, and tailing out Madam Mischief. So coming around the turn at Silks, 300 to go in the Montgomery, and the leader is Doc O'Connor, and Todd goes for home now. He's out by 5 lengths. In second spot, Niwan, Rising Sphere. He's starting to put ground into the margin. A gap in the field then to Bell's Banner, Kadri. The leader though, it's Doc O'Connor. It's still well clear. Todd Tooks look to the left, don't worry. He took a look to the right. He's going to look straight ahead and win the Montgomery. It's all Doc O'Connor by 4. Beats Rising Sphere. Niwan, El Magnificence getting out of the ground late, and then Bell's Banner, Madam Mischief, Kadri, and Damascus Moment, the last one home. Jared Todd, Gary Clark combined to win the Simone Montgomery Lightning, and it has just absolutely flown around the 1,000 metres here at Fanny Bay. Has got high speed, and they just never got near it. Rising Sphere, Niwan, El Magnificence, they look the top 4 going into the frame.
Nella, Rising Sphere, has run second, albeit a long way behind the winner. Niwan will get third. So it'll be 6, 9 and 7. They've run 56.21.
Oh, that's quick.
56.21. By gee, they're running quick times here today. Andrew, they ran 1.82 in the 1200 earlier, and they're just outside the track record here.
Yeah, I'm Too Hot holds the track record set in this race. I think Greg 56.07 back in 2019, so getting pretty close to that record.
Track's on fire today. What did you think of that? It was just a one-act affair.
Yeah, he's very good. When he was able to cross them, Doc O'Connor, he's very, very fast. 1,000 metres is his go. He's won a couple at 1,100, but he's very hard to peg back when he leads over 1,000.
So they've won it before, Gary Clark and Charlene and the family. You've never seen more proud people walk down into a mounting yard after a race when they win this race.
This is the race they target, Greg. Obviously, it's nice to win the big ones, the Darwin Cup and what have you, but this is the race they target every year.
Jared Todd coming back after winning the Lightning on Doc O'Connor. 550 and 180. Rising Fear second, Niwan third. And that is our feature sprint over the sprint of 1,000 metres. We move on now to race number 5, which will be the Australian Turf Club handicap. Australian Turf Club sponsoring a race on Cup Day every year. The Darwin Turf Club sponsor a race at Randwick every year in return. It's over 1,600 metres of the mile as we get closer to the Cup, which will be race 10 today, our very last race on the program. We'll be back for the 5th when they're in the yard.
In the Todd Clark combination, they'll have one of the favourites in the race, Wolfburn, in that Cup race. Number 10, the Great Northern Darwin Cup over the 2,050 metres, a $200,000 feature. Wolfburn, runner number 9. Jared Todd and Gary Clark teaming up there. They took this race out last year. $5 chance in this year's edition. Just outside the class record there as well for the Lightning, that dash. Bundaberg Greyhound racing for the 9th time as we head back on track. A couple of late scratchings of dogs 5 and 6. We do still only have the 2-place stivvies because there had been that scratching earlier of dog number 7. So all out on his lonesome is Durham, runner number 8.
He's on sheer heart and the will to win. So this filly can breed. So hopefully she can be a bit better than her mum. But we're going to learn a lot from her today.
Yeah, well, it's nice to have one out at the races, one that you bred yourself. So good that she's got into the races at least anyway. Good luck here with this first starter as well, Laurie.
Thank you.
Laurie Ray there, or Laurie Parker she is now. She was Laurie Ray, and this horse has shown a little bit at the trials as well and been quite good. $1.75 our favourite here is horse number 7, Sky Artist for Annabelle Neesham and Heavey Vanderhoven. Just thought we'd take the opportunity to catch up with Michael Travers. Michael trains a horse here called Dynamic One, previously with the Moody operation. Draws wide today, first start for him. Now, Michael probably knows a little bit more than me about this horse, but he hasn't had it for that long.
No, we haven't had him for a great deal of time, probably about 3 or 4 weeks now, and yeah, he's a nice horse.
You think he can run a bit of a race here first off for you?
Look, the 1,000's probably get a little bit short. I know he's been racing over that sort of distance previous with Mr. Moody, but look, he just gives me a feel that he wants further. Danny come and rode him for me during the week as well, and he tended to agree. He's just got such a lovely natural flow about him, and drawing badly today probably gives us the opportunity to just get him behind him and hopefully get him to relax and hit the line.
Yeah, he looks a likely type, as you said. You just sort of think he's shown you enough, whether he can win first off for you today.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really looking forward to when we get him up over probably 1,400, and I think that we'll see the best of him then.
Yeah. Michael, you just take it through us in your words. You've recently announced that you're not going to ride anymore at this stage. You haven't renewed your jockey licence, so the training's full on now. You can take a few more horses.
I can take a few more horses. We've got 12 there at the moment, which is a nice little number, but we've got boxes for 24. And yeah, exciting times ahead, hopefully.
It's nice when you can get Danny Beasley on a few as well.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. He's there in Wagga, and he's actually just taken out a dual licence as well, so he's going to be pretty busy himself, but he always makes time to come over and gallop one if I need to be.
Well, I know as a trainer you still get up and ride a fair bit of track work yourself, so the early starts don't stop. You just give a few more orders to some of those guys that you don't have to put up with the jockey's room anymore.
Oh, no, the jockey's room is probably the most exciting and most enjoyable part about riding, to be honest, and that's the one thing I'll miss is the boys in the room. We all have a go at each other, but it's always in good fun, and that's the one thing I'll definitely miss. Early mornings for sure and certain, and you wouldn't believe it, I'm probably 3 kilos lighter since I took out training than what I was previous. So there's a lot of hard work and a lot of hours.
It's all the stress, Michael.
That's why all the hair went. Yeah, but
well, you did celebrate a milestone birthday last week. I won't give away your age, but happy birthday for last week. Hopefully this horse can kick off with a win for you guys.
That'd be great. Thank you very much.
And Michael trains this horse for his main owner as well. It's called Dynamic One. It draws wide, but it's a little bit of a chance here. A minute 22 out from a start. He's doing a really good job with his horse. And as he just mentioned, Danny Beasley, who will ride this horse, also has been approved for that dual licence as well. So I believe Danny might have a couple of horses ready to go shortly. And it'll be good to see him train a few, but he'll continue.
All right, so Graham White's late mail there at Goulburn, 6 to beat 7, 8 and 4. He is with the 6 Torfix Star at 340 and 160 for Jet Stanley. Favourite 7 Sky Artist, 180, 130 on the third line of betting. 1 Moongara, $7, 280, double figures upwards the remainder. Darwin numbers after race 4 was 6, 9, 7 and 5, and they are getting set here at Goulburn. Let's take you straight to our caller, Anthony Manton.
Sky Artist, the favourite. She's been running well in tougher grade, just hasn't been able to quite see out the 1100 recently. Back to the 1000 here. She's very fast. Torfix Star, stablemates first up from a break on the back of a couple of sharp trials. It'll probably be the closer here. And these two dominate the market, as you can see. $8 about number 1, Moongara. Third line of betting. So the stablemates look to have it between them, according to the betting. Sky Artist will be in front of the other one, but Torfix Star does have an inside gate here for Jet Stanley. Shouldn't be too far off them. Now, Dynamic One is another one for Mick Travers. He's picked up from Melbourne, first up for the new stable. And Lucien Francaise is the last one. Now, just stand by. I think we've got a late scratching here. Which one is it, Jim?
Number 10, Lucien Francaise.
Yep.
220 on Vets Advice.
220 on Vets. Thank you, Jim. Late scratching. Number 10, Lucien Francaise. 220 on Vets Advice. Race 3, number 10, Lucien Francaise on Vets Advice. A late scratching. It was big odds, 150 to 1. There'll be no deductions. Set to go. As the last horse is about to walk up, Dynamic One. And we're right now, the Tyler Schiller Apprentice Jockey of the Year maiden, Sky Artist favourite, and the Trapeze Artist colours, the black and yellow. And they're ready. And they're off. Bella Ace went down on its nose. It didn't lose too much ground at the start, and Sky Artist on its outside was away well, but they're not keen to lead today, and it's Bella Ace who's going to lead them. Sky Artist just behind them, and Torfix Star is going to land right on the speed as well on the back of the leader, in fact, once they link up with the course proper. Then Moongara from Dynamic One in the black jacket, who's about 4 wide, and Bloomin' Ready can't keep up. It's 5 lengths away last. So on the turn at the 450 here, and it's Bella Ace, the debutante from Torfix Star, who's come through underneath it. Sky Artist across their heels, and then came Dynamic One, and further back to Moongara. At the 250, Torfix Star underneath Bella Ace. It took the lead. Dynamic One trying to run on. Sky Artist is behind Torfix Star, who's got the better sprint for the moment. It's running about, though. Torfix Star's in front. Torfix Star holding on. It'll win. Torfix Star first. I think Dynamic One, perhaps second, in front of Sky Artist, and then came Bella Ace fourth. They were followed by Bloomin' Ready and Moongara.
Number 6, Torfix Star, the winner, 4 to 40 and $2. Photo between number 8, Dynamic One, 580, and number 7, Sky Artist, 104. No third dividend paid, 4 and 4th.
Race 3, Yarra Valley on start time. Favourite here with 5 Hour. Mickey Diva, 290, 138. Feel the Rain, 320, 139. Galactic Gal, $6, 170. Won the Falcon Prince at 750, 182. I See A More, $9, 220. Double figures upwards the rest.
And numbers released at Darwin on 6, 9, 7 and 5. Number 6, Doc O'Connor, J. Todd, 530, 180. Number 9, Rising Sphere, 130. Number 7, Newend, $2.30. Number 5, El Magnificence in fourth place, I should say. The Quinella 5.10, Exacta 19.50, Trifecta 75.90, first 4 9.67 and 5 217.40, double on 4 and 6, $59.90, 138 all scratched. Let's head out to Yarra Valley. They're scoring up for race 3.
6th of July, Kilmore. Moving up. Close to a start. Tab Mobile begins to roll. So 2-1 here. Our Mickey Diva, the favourite. Set to run. Field of 9, 16.50, 48.55 rating restricted. 2-1 our Mickey Diva, 3.1 Galactic Gal, 3.0 for 5. Green light, they're racing. Our Mickey Diva's in the purple quarters here, number 5, and has begun okay. About 4th early. Away quickly in the pink. ICMall went through and led by about 4.5 metres. The other favourite here is inside of the second line, or was from inside the second line, as 3 back the pegs in the red field. The rain. Leader ICMall 5 metres. The Falcon Prince in the teal colours behind second. Our Mickey Diva works forward 3 deep now into the death seat and getting a 1-1 trail as they came around the home turn was Better Sport. 3 back the inside field, the rain. Galactic Gal, the orange sleeves, 3 back the running line. Wattlebank Flyer, 4 back the outer. Barmy Bob in the green with the white hooped sleeves as 4 back the peg line. The green sleeves of Shallow Beach last of the 9, 5 back the outer. 21st to last at the Bella 1000 from home. 29.3 the first quarter. 2.7 the lead time. And the leader by 3 metres is ICMall. Second the outside is Our Mickey Diva. In third after a metre or so on the peg line is the Falcon Prince. Will await the Yarra Valley Party High sprint lane. And 3 metres to Better Sport, 4th 1-1 on a tight rain. In 4th placing 1-1, a metre away in 5th, 3 back the pegs, feel the rain. 3 metres to Galactic Gal, 6th on the outside, 3 back, but now goes 3 deep. Wattlebank Flyer's got a card up home at nice odds. 4 back the inside, Better Sport, and through in the centre, 1 off. Shallow Beaches, 3 back in that line. 12 first to last only. They pack up. The second quarter was 32.4. ICMall in front, leads a metre. Now ahead only as Our Mickey Diva gets closer, and 2 metres Galactic Gal 3 deep moving up strongly. 2 metres away in the centre, 1-1 Better Sport. The Falcon Prince leaders back, feel the rain, 3 back the pegs, nowhere to go. Perhaps another hard luck story coming up for him. 4 deep down the middle, Wattlebank Flyer, then came Shallow Beach at 7 metres to Barmy Bob. They straighten ICMall, 4 metres Our Mickey Diva, 29.6 third quarter. Coming through as the Falcon Prince. Galactic Gal out wide with Wattlebank Flyer. Feel the rain, can't get through. Better Sport likewise. ICMall just in front from the Falcon Prince. On the outside, Wattlebank Fly, but ICMall in front. ICMall 1.5 metres. The Falcon Prince ran second. Wattlebank Flyer 1 metre away third. 4th, perhaps Better Sport from the luckless Feel the Rain. Hall Galactic Gal, and then Shallow Beach from Our Mickey Diva and Barmy Bob. I think I've got them all. It was a bunched finish. The final quarter was 28.8. The mile rate 159.7.
2, 1, 6 and 4. Number 2, ICMall, $8.30, $2.90. Number 1, the Falcon Prince, $1.90. And number 6 in third, Wattlebank Flyer, $5.20.
Thank you, Soph. We are off to Dolby for the 4th favourite here. 6, in fact, just changed now to the 1. Bank on a Jet, $2.80 and $1.30. Backed in from $3.60. 6, Awesome Moon, $4.40, $1.68. Chairlift, $4.80, $1.70. 6, $6, $1.90 for both the 3 Termite and 10 Bilpa Moria. Double figures upwards the rest. Here's Brett Moody for his call.
Race number 4, the second of our maiden plate 1400 metre division. And we've got the last couple to get set here. Starter Craig Higgins is on the stand. And the last one getting set. Full field of 10. And we're ready to go. Bank on a Jet backed into favourite. Top weight. Just waiting for attendants to clear the stalls. Her line looks pretty good from out front. Chairlift on debut's been solid in betting. And so too is the 3-year-old filly Bilpa Moray.
Racing this time, in the end, a pretty good line out. Oracle's Drummer began well. Awesome Moon began okay, but no early speed, so it's going to settle in the back half of the field. Lady Lethan and Squidgen go with Oracle's Drummer to be the first trio. Out wide on the track is Chairlift, and they're followed then just off them by Bank on a Jet. He's got himself into a nice position. Catch Cries going ahead of it as they prepare to leave the chute at the 950. Next along then is back on the inside Termite, followed by Awesome Moon, Bilpa Marie, the 3-year-old filly, and at the tail of the field is Amazing Journey. Up to the halfway now and turning onto the side, and it's Lady Lethan in front of Squidge and Oracle's Drummer working hard out wide. Bank on a Jet is in the 3 wide line going forward. Termite just on heels as they come to the 550. Oracle's Drummer dropping out, being passed inside it by Chairlift. Bilpa Marie's got a bit to offer the 3-year-old filly, but still 3 back rails in run. Dropping out of it then is Awesome Moon, who's well back in the field in company with Amazing Journey, and Catch Cries heads a turn for home, and Lady Lethan heads them up. Bank on a Jet given its cue, and Chairlift joining on the outside, and Termite's got the run back on the inside. Termite, he's wide-handed them and got through with Lady Lethan. Bank on a Jet on the outside, Termite up on the inside. Lady Lethan rallying again, but Termite hasn't gone outside of a horse and has got the money. Second home, Lady Lethan battled well. Bank on a Jet appeared to have every chance, and then Bilpa Moray and Chairlift, nice to booze by that duo. They're 4th and 5th, followed then by well back in the field. Then came Oracle's Drummer, followed by Amazing Journey. Awesome Moon was never in the call.
3.12.18, number 3 Termite, $7.20, $1.70. Number 12 Lady Lethan, $4.90. Number 1 Bank on a Jet, $1.50.
And they're nearly set out to Ballarat now. They've just ticked over to start time. Favourite 5, Kungai, $3.40, $1.40. 4 Keyless Go, $4, $1.50. 10 Simon Tavi, $5, $1.80. 3 Finance Star, $5.50, $1.98. Fortunate Gal, $8.50, $2.50. Double figures upwards the rest. And at Ballarat, Adam Olzensky with the 4 Keyless Go to beat 5, 10 and 3. Let's head straight across and take note. We'll be joining Matt McDermott shortly for his preview of the first at Pinjarra. So stay tuned here on TAB Radio. But for now, here's Adam Olzensky. All right, for some reason, no line to Adam. We'll have that soon. And Darwin, race 5 and 17, race 1 Pinjarra and 20. In fact, here we go. Here's Adam.
And American Ripper at 100 to 1. We'll complete them for Porter Plant. So last one moving in, almost set. Under starters orders for the third. Gates open. And they're away. American Ripper going back from the outside gate. Vic Real, who's ridden with plenty of urgency from the centre of the line. Finance Stars up there. Trying to work and cross as Simontavi now to second. They were followed by Princess Alakai. And then on the running rail, Fortunate Gal as they leave the straight. And Kangai, 3 and 4 wide, was pushed even wider heading out of the straight. And Keyless Go was taken off the track, but now slots in for some cover. Getting well back Chelmsford. And then comes Stormy, who's back second last. And American Ripper's about 3 lengths away. So Kangai's now progressing, moving up to second, chasing Vic Real, who clearly wanted the front from the gates and finds that position. So the mare down the back, Vic Real, via the 1400, a length and a quarter. Kangai second, 2.5 lengths away, Simontavi. Then followed by Finance Star, who travels up on the outside of Fortunate Gal. 2 lengths away to Keyless Go. Chelmsford back on the fence. Then comes Princess Alakai. Stormy is second last and 2.5 lengths away to American Ripper, and they're covering a fair bit of territory, around 12 lengths, I'd say. So heading towards the top of the track, 1,000 metres left to go, and it's a genuine gallop set by Vic Real. Takes them off the back, leading 2 lengths Kangai, and then followed by Fortunate Gal, who's improving back on the inside now to third. Simontavi relegated 4th, Finance Star, Chelmsford, Keyless Go next, and then comes Stormy, Princess Alakai back to second last, and American Ripper is hard ridden 4-5 lengths away. So Vic Real leads a length and a half, but comes off the bridle at the 600 metres from Kangai. Finance Stars emerging, and they were followed by, as they turn now, Simontavi getting clear. Fortunate Gal, Stormy's trying to pick up. Keyless Go under heavy weather's midfield towards the outside part of the track from Chelmsford as they straighten. 350 metres left to go. Vic Real still bobs in the lead. Finance Star and Stormy now on the scene. Stormy is storming up. 200 left to travel. Stormy took over and shot 2 lengths clear of Finance Star. Star, Vicriol, Kangai. Not a lot making up ground from any further back, but coming away it's Stormy, and Paul Gadd has set him clear by 4 lengths for a big win. Stormy did it from Finance Star, Kangai third, Vicriol a close fourth, Keyless Go, and then came Chelmsford and Fortunate Gal. There was a break in the field to Princess Alakai, Simontavi, and American Ripper. Always trailed.
63511, number 6, Stormy, $20.60, $4.30. Number 3, Finance Star, $1.90 with number 5 in third place, Kangai, $1.20. Dividends now released with correct weight race 3, Goulburn, 6, 8, 7 and 4. Torfig Star, number 6, J Stanley, $4.42. Number 8, Dynamic 1, $5.80. Number 7, Sky Artist, no third dividend. The Quinella, $24.70. Exacta, $46.70. Trifecta, $88.50. First 4, 6, 8, 7, 4, $248.70. Double on a pair of sixes, $14.90. 2, 3, 9, 10, 11 all scratched. Dividends also released at Yarra Valley with the numbers 2, 1, 6 and 4. I see a more. Number 2, Jay Quinlan, $8.30 and $2.90. Number 1, the Falcon Prince, $1.90. Number 6, Waterbank Flyer, $5.20. Quinella, $25.90. Exacta, $39.40. Trifecta, $874.10. And the first 4, 2, 1, 6, 4. 7,210.80. Double on 9 and 2, 173.90. No scratchings.
Thank you very much, Soph. And race for Bankstown will be a results service only, as we are going to join Matt McDermott to preview the card at Pinjarra. The first there comes up at 12:53, and there are 9 races where the fine track is good. Let's get straight into this preview now with Matt McDermott, and we say a very good afternoon to you, Matt.
G'day, Leah. So welcome all. A little bit cloudy down here, but heading for a top of 22 degrees and fine conditions at the moment for the 9-race program. We start with the trot. It's a mobile, no changes. Favourite, That's Not My Gate at $2. She goes on top. Form has been good since winning 3 starts ago. She's had placings behind Bromwich and Our Maestoso at her last couple. 8 goes on top to beat number 6, Stay Focused. He's always a chance consistent fellow, winning last start. 3, Elish Stars got good gate pace. 2, Chicago H can fill a top 4 if things fall into place for him. Struck a little bit of trouble last week. Gallop lost ground, caught them tacked on, did some work and just told a little bit late when running in 5th placing. 8, 6, 3, 2 in the first. Second race is at 1:21. It goes back 60 seconds. Take out number 8, a field of 10 runners to start. Favourite at 2:20 is Pete's Honour. He's the way I've gone in the stable of Gemma Heyman. Trials have been okay from the 2-year-old by Sweet Lou, and he's out of Arousing and is drawn in gate 1. 2, Decla Diva. 7, Raja Rocks, and 3, Hot Rockefeller. 1, 2, 7 and 3. Third race is at 1:58. This is for 3-year-olds with race 2 for the 2-year-old. The 3-year-old race number 3. $1.50. Louis Dior is the favourite and has been trialling good. Won by over 4 lengths at his most recent trial and rated 159.9. Finished off in just under 28.5. 2, Louis Dior on debut. 3, Our Sunshine's been placed his last 2. 10, which is Penthouse, and then going the way of 1, Scuttlebutt to make up the top 4. 2, 3, 10, 1 in race number 3. Final leg of the first quaddie, smallish field, 7 runners to start at $2.36, $1.75. Black Rock is the favourite. He's the first starter by Rock and Roll Dance, the colt of 3 years. On top of number 4, should I say under the stars, the selection number 5, placed last start after running an okay 5th on debut, just beaten 2 metres in good time. Then 4, Black Rock, the first starter on debut. 4 is the favourite. Number 2, Cutting Roses. 3, Devilish Grin. 5, 4, 2 and 3. First leg of the proper quaddie, race number 5. This is at 3:07. No changes. Lenny Rose is short, $1.70 the filly, and she's the selection as well. Was placed last start behind Elsa May in good time. Number 8, Adore Me Some More. 7, Ponzi Beach, drawn wide today, and number 11 off the back line. Syncopation is returning after a freshen up. Had good consistent form last time in. 4, 8, 7 and 11. Race 6 of the afternoon, no scratchings, 8 runners to face the starter at 3:35. Favourite at 3:10 is Dr. Catherine. She's the way I've gone and is drawn better than her last start when tiring right out of it. Winner prior to that at her first 3. 2 Torre Amy, then going the way of 8 Cherry on the Cake and 7 Rebline, 3, 2, 8 and 7. 7th race of the afternoon is at 4:12. Scratching is number 6, 9 runners to start in the stand, and it's over the 21.16. Favourite is Beat the Bank at $2 off the 20 metres. I went 7 Cooper, who is off the 10 metres, returning to racing today. He's won 7 of his 25 with 4 other minors. 9 Beat the Bank, 3. Skippy's Delight, 4. He's a charmer, 7, 9, 3 and 4. 8th race of the day at 4:47, ending the main quaddie. The Wild Card at $3 is the favourite and is the selection as well. He's drawn the outside of the front line. He's the winner of 4 of 21, placed last start, and that was behind Tommy Cruz. Amongst these, with some luck, 2 Torben Veloce broke through to win last start. 5 I'm Articulate and 1 Dunamis, numbers 7, 2, 5 and 1. And closing the afternoon at 5:13 with number 10 Scratched. 11 runners will start. Odds on Lucid Dreams at $1.70. He's the way I've gone from gate number 1, placed behind All As Well last start when finishing second, beaten just 1.5 metres. Good last half of that race. 7, which is Mr. Chip, then 8. And that's Bit of Dutch Courage, winner last week, and 11, Lucapello. Of the others, 1, 7, 8 and 11, the last over 1,600. That's today's information for the program. Just one time change. Race 2 now at 1:21, going back 60 seconds. The first event of the day is just 14 minutes away for the trot, and it's the Always Be Mickey in mobile conditions over 21.85, and that's not My Gate at even money, the favourite for race 1, and it's at 12.53.
Thank you very much, Matt. And the first comes up at 12.53, as you mentioned, which we are very much looking forward to. So we'll take a look at the board here. 8, That's Not My Gate, $2, 110. 10, Kai Valley Clichy, $3, 130. 6, Stay Focused, $4.20, 130. 5, Majestic Dream, 13. 3, Elish Star, 19. 7, Aldebaran Sundown, 31. 9, 1 Bid Buys at 41. 4, Over the Sun. 1 Over the Sun, in fact, 51. 2, Chicago H, 61. 1 The Beat, 126. That preview with Matt McDermott, and we'll be joining Matt shortly for the first at Pinjarra.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelpline.org.au.
And the correct weight is through a Dolby race 4 on 3, 12, 1 and 8. Darwin comes up in 7 minutes, favourite there with 5 equal balance, 370, 160, 10 Bell Suono, 480, 199 Zariski, 552, 26 latest Bentley, $6, 230. 3 Supremo, 850, 280 for Zuzu Kakanakis, 13. 7 Tang Hui Feng Li, 15. 8 Oliver Bullet, 16. 2 Mangione, as well as 11 Come Again, 19. 1 Dip Me Lid, 23. And 13 Hello Gem at 26. Correct weight is through at Ballarat race 3 on 635.11. 6 Stormy Paul Gat, 2060, 430. 3 Finance Star, 195. Kangai, 120. Quinella, 68.70. Exacta, 149.30. The Trifecta, 523.10. First 4, 635.11. 7,121.20. 116, 64.81 scratched. We've also got interims through after the 4th at Bankstown, but before we do that, we've got a recorded description for you here, courtesy of Sky One.
Away they go. We Need Dreams from Ali Wanna was away well. Showing speed as Mr. Quirk in the middle and deep as Zen Master, 3 abreast as they hit that first turn. They were followed by She May Be Better, and in behind those next is Tiger Tommy. They were followed further back in the race then by Hoi Ho. It's about to try and get around the outside of runners, and then came further back He's the Judge, and last of all is Roger Valerio Lombo. They're down the back, lead time 9.1, and We Need Dreams for medium of the inside was able to hold the lead from Zen Master. The margin's about 2 metres. In third spot on the inside is Mr. Quirk, and they were followed then by She May Be Better. Slots into a lovely spot, 1-1. Tiger Tommy's 3 pegs at the clubhouse. They were followed next by Hoi Ho, Roger Valerio Lombo, and He's the Judge sees them all. There'd be about 25 metres top end to tail as they work their way around the turn into the straight. This time round it's the Winning Post Judge and Bella waiting, and the leader down the stretch is We Need Dreams. Shows the way by 4 metres. Zen Master parked second. Third is Mr. Quirk. Fourth and 1-1 She May Be Better. They were followed next of all back on the inside then by Tiger Tommy as they sweep out of the straight, and then came Hoi Ho, Roger Valerio Lombo second last, and He's the Judge's last. They go towards the back straight turn now, 600 left to go, so they followed at 29.2 with a 31.1, half in 60.3 there down the back, and We Need Dreams 2 metres to to Zen Master, Mr. Quirk. On the outside, poised to pounce as she may be better. Tiger Tommy was fifth, and they were followed by Hoi Ho under a drive, and then Roger Valerio Lombo, and he's the judges at the tail. You fancy the winners in the top five as they near the corner here, where the leader is still We Need Dreams. 29-3 the split. Zen Master, Mr. Quirk, she may be better, and Tiger Tommy's got nowhere to go as heads were turned for home. We Need Dreams is the leader. Zen Master's on side to tackle now, and they go together. Here's Tiger Tommy off a peg pocket, finishing brilliantly. It's We Need Dreams the leader. Tiger Tommy, if it goes straight, it'll win it. It does all right. Still had a little inclination to hang, but it's got the job done. Tiger Tommy over the top is beaten. We Need Dreams, Zen Master, Mr. Quirk, she may be better. Roger Valerio Lombo, he's the judge, and Hoi Ho. Too good. Finished.
7, 1, 4 and 3. Tiger Tommy, number 7. Jack Brown, $4.20, 140. Number 1, We Need Dreams, 120 with number 4 in third place. Zen Master, $1.60. Number 3, Mr. Quirk in fourth place. Quinella, $5.40. Exacta, $12.50. Trifecta, $43.80. And the first four, 7, 1, 4 and 3, $231.40. Double on 4 and 7, $45.20. And the early quarter, 1847, $1,031.80, and no scratchings.
And those dividends have now been released. Race 5, Darwin up next. Race 1, Pinjarra in 9. And Race 4, Goulburn comes up in 11 minutes. Let's see what we can do in regards to this Twitter feed at Pinjarra. They usually do have...
Zaritsky, horse number 9, is the next in line. It was $5 this morning. It's out to $6 and $7 for latest Bentley. At one stage there was about 4 equal favourites of $5.
That's right. It's taken shape now. We've got the 2 equal favourites now, Equal Balance and Bel Suono at $4.40. Really good betting race, this one. And the money continues to come for Bel Suono, 5s into $4.40. Jared Todd for Gary Clark.
OK, repeating your late mail numbers, Andrew O'Toole.
5, 10, 3 and 7, Greg, going with Equal Balance to get a well-deserved win for Kim Healy. Ahead of 10, Bel Suono, 3, Supremo, and number 7, Ting Hui Feng Li.
We're still 2.5 minutes away from start time here. Equal Balance for Kim Healy and Emma Lyons. How many apprentices up here in the Territory?
5 in the Territory all told, Greg. We have 3 in Alice Springs, Yanis Luxemon, Dakota Gillette and Lek Maloney, and 2 in Darwin who've been going really well, including Jade Hampson, of course, won the Alice Springs Cup, and she's ridden close on 50 winners, has young Jade. Unfortunately, injured in a fall here on day 0, on Rowan Day, so she's out, Jade, but hopefully will make a speedy return to the saddle. But young Emma, she's been going fantastic. She's taken up the mantle with Jade on the sidelines, and she's ridden 20-odd winners, and will actually be the leading apprentice in the top end this season. She's only been riding since December.
Well, she's riding the favourite here. Of course, the first day of the new season today. Oh, no, second day of the new season. You fell into August last Saturday. No, you've had 3, Wednesday as well. That's right, because we're on the latest date it can be, Darwin Cup Day this year. So you're 3 meetings in to the new season. 4.20 Equal Balance is the favourite for that young lass Emma Lyons. Number 5 Equal Balance into $4.20 now, so it's been well tried to become the outright favourite after we did have about 4 equal favourites at $5. Bel Suono is $4.80 and has been the other trim up. Latest Bentley at $6, Zariski at $6 and $8.50 for Supremo. So Equal Balance the clear favourite after it started out as a most open betting race. And we get to the halfway stage on Great Northern Darwin Cup Day.
The 3 Neil Dyer runners, just for our watchers on Sky. We have latest Bentley in the gold cap, Ting Hui Feng Li in the white cap, and thankfully Oliver Bullets in the club colours, the ochre, black and white diagonal stripes.
Neil Dyer trying to win his 4th cup later today with Chaonic and also Mohican Heights. Here's Craig Sant for race 5.
Lee to come up into line. Thanks, Rads, and we just wait for Halo Gem to complete it. Interesting race. Wide open as comes Halo Gem, a general back marker. Mark 9's had a winner today. So the line looks good now. Starter in position for race number 5. The midway stage of the day. They make a good line. Zuriski just a little bit edgy. Lie it on, set. They stand well and away they go, and they look to leave pretty well too. Oliver Bullet from the inside bounced out well. Belsawono away nicely, and so was Zuriski. The Clark pair are settling quite handy there, and same could be said for Equal Balance, getting into a nice position. Mangione deep out on the track. Supremo being tracked up in turn by Latest Bentley, who's wide out of the back of the into the back of the course. A gap then to about 4 lengths to Zuzu Karkanakis. It's outside Dip Me Lid. Come Again. Halo Gem got back second last, and Tengwa Fengli the last one. So into the back they go. 1100 left, and the leader is Oliver Bullet. Casey Hunter takes it along at the top end, a length in front of Supremo. Moving to third, then the inside was Zuriski. Travels nice along with the stable mate Belsawono, although Toddy just gave it a slap down the shoulder there to get its mind on the job. Latest Bentley's a little bit deeper on the track. Equal Balance tucked away on the inside. 2 lengths to Mangione. A gap then to Zuzu Karkanakis in the pink colours from Dip Me Lid. Well back Come Again. Halo Gem's a mile away, and Tengwa Fengli, he wouldn't see the leader going down the side at the 500 metre mark. Where in front is Oliver Bullet. Now Zuriski's worked up on the inside, and Alice Lindsay's sitting quiet here. It goes to the lead and working to the 400 metre mark. It's Zuriski the leader now. Look at Equal Balance come through behind it for Emma Line. So the two girls, they're going to straighten up 1-2 for the run into the judge. Zuzu Karkanakis getting up on the inside, and then Belsawono, Latest Bentley, and down the outside Dip Me Lid, the leader Zuriski, but Equal Balance has put the nose in front. Zuriski tries to come back, but Equal Balance, it hit the front. Zuzu Karkanakis, Oliver Bullet, but Equal Balance kicked away for Emma Lines close to home, and Equal Balance wins it. 2 on the line to Zuzu Karkanakis, maybe Zuriski the third, just in front of out deep there Oliver Bullet, then Dip Me Lid, behind those Belsawono, Come Again, Halo Gem, well back Latest Bentley with Tengwa Feng Li. Supremo really knocking up with Mangione, the last one home.
Well done, young lady. Emma Lines, she rode that an absolute treat. She followed up on the rails, just followed them through. When she got that run at the top of the straight, she had plenty of patience before the turn, and then was just a matter of getting that horse home, and she did everything right, and she's only 17 years of age.
Yes, hasn't long turned 17 too, Greg. She started riding, she was only a 16-year-old. She's Darwin born and bred. She's a lovely kid. Still got a bit to learn, there's no doubt about that, but she's going the right way, and lovely ride, Emma Lines.
She just had to be patient. She didn't want to get too tricky before the turn and try and make things. She just waited. The horse brought her into the home straight, and then she had lovely balance down the home straight.
Yeah.
She still got a bit to learn with the whip.
She sure has. She's apprentice to Phil. She's making great strides, Emma. She's quite a tall lass, Greg, as you'll see when she comes back. Rides at 54 kilograms, but she'll be delighted to win a race here on Darwin Cup Day.
Oh, you can see the smile from here. 17-year-old Emma Lines winning a race on Darwin Cup Day.
Absolutely big smiles for Emma Lines coming back at the head of the field. A bit of a fist pump there as well on board Equal Balance on the biggest day in Darwin for the local Emma Lines in the 5th at Darwin. 5, 4 and 9 across the line, confirmed just like that. That 10th race, the last race, will be the big one, the $200,000 Great Northern Darwin Cup. That will be here on Sky 1, also Sky 2, and as well as that on Sky Thoroughbred Central. For the Warrnambool Greyhounds now, we make tracks for what is to be a 12-race card today. Early quaddie, leg number 1 getting underway here, and dog number 4, a roundup at 390, expected to come on from that debut run when finishing into 6 for 3.9. It's also a little bit of a nibble with the $4 shot